Yes, I'm typing it all down.
Keysha, clear, spilling tea, no fear, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. I don't lives right here. Spilling tea, no fear. I'm still here. Da 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 da. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Yeah. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. But I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to Lakeysha Keysha, my dear. Hey. I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk lives right here. Stretch words like
Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. Make sure you subscribe to the Lakeysha Keysha channel.
Hey guys, what is going on? It's hot again. It's hot, okay. Hello in the chat. So we have former prosecutor. Her name is Thelma. I showed you guys her Instagram before. She is, let me show you guys. She will be joining us shortly. And I'm just going to show you guys her Instagram again, just in case you don't know who I'm talking about. She's been over here before. This is her, the public opinion court. If you're not following her, go ahead and make sure you guys are doing that. So we're going to be discussing the evidence in this case. And obviously he has a new, Karmelo Anthony has a new legal team. So we'll be going over that relatively shortly. But welcome. Now, if you guys, obviously you can put stuff in the chat, but sometimes I don't see everything because it'd be a lot of stuff in there. So if you want your, your chat, your messages where I can see it, because it highlights. If you guys send a super chat, then send a super chat. Otherwise, I mean, you're welcome to put stuff in the chat, but I don't always see, because there's so many things. Of course, if you guys want to support the channel, you can do a super chat, you can cash app, you can get a membership, whichever ways you want to support. Or if you just want to watch the video, watch the video is supporting the channel. And I greatly appreciate it. What y'all up to? Justice for Karmelo. Absolutely. As we talked about in a previous video, Karmelo Anthony has a great legal team, y'all. I was so excited about that. Yes. So he has a dynamic legal team. Now, our guest, she does have some experience with, I believe, one or two, but she'll be able to tell you guys that when she joins, because I don't remember, but she did. Actually, let's share something on her page while we wait. Let me share you guys something, because I do follow her. And I saw something that she had posted. Where did it go? Here we go.
Legal team, the team that was put together to handle his appeal. Because I'm pretty sure y'all like, well, who are these people? Who is? Let me tell you. Let me introduce you to some that I'm familiar with, and I'm familiar with some of their advocacy, so that y'all can get accustomed to seeing what it looks like when you have the right advocate on your team to facilitate the right team that is going to set you up for as much success that you can be afforded when you're going through the criminal process. Let's start with the lead counsel, Russell Wilson. Now, I'm familiar with Russell because when I was an intern coming to work for the DA's office during the summer, I specifically worked with the first assistant, and Russell Wilson at the time was in administration. One thing that stands out and you should know about Russell is when he worked at the DA's office, which was under Craig Watkins' administration. If you know that Craig Watkins was the first Black district attorney in Dallas County, breaking every kind of barrier. And the one barrier that was really prominent in his administration was the Conviction Integrity Unit. Dallas County became known nationally for their Conviction Integrity Unit because they were leading in the country for overturning wrongful convictions and exonerating innocent incarcerated individuals under the Craig Watkins administration. And Russell Wilson became the head of that division in 2011. So that should tell you a lot as to what kind of experience that he does have. Now let's talk about Mike Ware, because Mike Ware, when he was a prosecutor at the Dallas County District Attorney's Office in 2007, they founded the Conviction Integrity Unit that spearheaded Dallas County DA's office to lead the nation in overturning wrongful convictions or exonerations of innocent incarcerated individuals. When you look at the whole makeup of Karmelo Anthony's team, especially the lead counsels, just know they're not new here. And they didn't flew here. They've been here. They've been on the grounds. They've been in the system. They know where the leaks are, and they know how to go in and repair with their advocacy. I'm excited for the Karmelo Anthony family. I'm excited for his legal team and Karmelo Anthony, and knowing that he now has the right advocates that are going to advocate for him to the highest degree. They're not new here. They've been here. So I just wanted to come and give y'all a little insight on some of the counsels that are on the Karmelo Anthony's appeal team, so that y'all can rest assured, because I know some of y'all have in my DMs asking me, do I know these people? So I just wanted to give y'all a little nugget so that y'all can be like, oh, somebody brought some receipts. I'm gonna leave y'all with this because I know a lot of y'all don't know it, but since I have y'all attention, there's a big election that is coming up in Dallas County in November that involves 3 seats on the appeals court that is going to hear Karmelo Anthony's appeal. Right now, it's 7-6. Conservatives lead by 1, but there's 3. So the same energy that we have in advocating, make sure that you advocate for the 3 Democrats that can take those seats and allow for this process to be fair in reviewing an appeal where we know that their court did not do the right thing and those prosecutors did not do the right thing. Use our power to vote in November and go and research those 3 candidates and don't forget their names in November. Talk about Karmelo Anthony's legal team, the team that was.
Now, guys, because I am obviously not from Dallas, I don't know very much about the elections, but I know I had mentioned it previously, and that was simply because I had spoken to her, and this is, what she said, but I don't know very much about what's going on in Dallas, obviously. But I was saying, once it gets a little bit closer, possibly I can have her come back on, and we can kind of talk about that, because I'm not in Dallas, so I don't know a lot about Dallas. But y'all ain't gonna believe this. I done joined the live a whole hour early, so we're a little early. I always get the dang on times mixed up because they in a different time zone. But let's get into Karmelo's legal team. Now, the lead attorney, which is, I shouldn't say the lead attorney, I guess they call it the first chair. This is Russell Williams of Russell Wilson the second from Russell Wilson Law. Attorney Russell William, I keep want to say William. Attorney Russell Wilson II began his legal career in Dallas after graduating with honors. He graduated with honors from the University of Oklahoma College of Law. He formed his own practice with a focus on both civil and criminal matters. His early professional goals were to meet the needs of the average member of the community. I like that. The average member of the community, and provide top-notch legal representation to an underserved clientele. Y'all, look at that. Look at that. That just worked out. So he wants to be able to give back to the community and an underserved population. As you guys know, just one second. Okay, sorry about that. So what I was saying was, this attorney right here, he actually seems like he wants to be able to give back to the community. To basically say that he wants to provide top-notch legal representation to an underserved clientele says a lot. That says a lot about who he is as a person. It says, while he began as a generalist, his success in criminal cases soon became apparent. Russell was most serious about his mission to help people. He knew that clients facing criminal matters could suffer dire consequences. Listen to this, without savvy and knowledgeable representation. Now, did that not just happen to Karmelo? I like him already. Reading his bio, I like him. This is an attorney, and people can decide the clientele that they want to work with. But this lawyer right here said, listen, I want to be able to provide top-notch legal services to the average person. I just want to work with the average person. I want to be able to provide top-notch services because, as he said, when clients are facing criminal matters, they can suffer dire consequences. Is that not what just happened to Karmelo? We just saw this right before our eyes. He said that they can suffer dire consequences without savvy and knowledgeable representation. It says investigative aspects of his legal representation intrigued to him. Wait a minute. Investigative aspects of his legal representation intrigued to him. Often infractions and procedure mistakes, listen to this, are made by the prosecution. I love it. I like him already. So he's basically saying, the prosecution, obviously they make mistakes. We wasn't even at the Karmelo Anthony trial, and we know that they made a lot of mistakes. I love it. I love that. Okay. So he's basically saying, so from reading his bio, it seems like he looks for issues. That means that, a lot of times you can get things overturned. So what he's saying is there are procedural things that the prosecutor, they make mistakes, okay? So in saying that they make procedural mistakes without a thorough and aggressive, it says without a thorough and aggressive defense, defendants can easily become another statistic. I like him. So this is the first chair. Let's see what it says about his education. He went to the University of Oklahoma College of Law, JD, bar administrations. Bar admissions. So he is admitted to those different bar associations, professional. He got a lot for the professional association. Now this is the first chair, like the I guess you would probably call him like the leader of the pack. And then I know on my thumbnail I have the third person in the middle, but actually the second chair is Michael L. Ware. So let's get it. Let me look up Michael L. Ware. But they all essentially have their own platforms. Let me look up Michael Ware. Oh, it's right here. Michael L. Ware. Let's see. It's right here. And it says he's board certified. Let's just see. I'm just looking up his qualifications. Somebody said in the chat that they read the transcripts or something. It's my phone. All right, let's see. It's just taking forever for whatever reason. It's taking a minute while that's coming up. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Procedural errors is an easy mistrial. Exactly. So I like him already. Sis, I read the court transcript and I know why the jury came back with the verdict that they came back with. 93% of the testimony of the state did not go hand in hand with the Bundo at all. OMG. Okay. Well, I wish you could tell us more. You said you read the transcript and you know why the jury came back with the verdict that they came back with. The state did not go hand in hand. Would you like to come up and tell us what you read while we wait for our guests? At Heavenly Cut, is it TTA? All right, let me see if this came up. This thing is just michaelware.com. I'm trying to see his bio because I done jumped on here too early. All right, Michael L. Ware. Let's see. It's Michael Leon Ware is his name. Oh, no, that ain't him. That's a whole black man. What the heck? All right, let me go look at the other guy because for some reason I'm not able to bring anything up. Gary Bledsoe, the Bledsoe Law Firm. Let's see. Gary Bledsoe. Gary Bledsoe. He's also the president of the Texas NAACP. I like it. I really do, y'all. Let's see. Gary Bledsoe. All right, let me share this. I like this because, listen, folks, civil rights done been, all right, somebody said, drop the link. Oh, you say the link? Okay. Just give me a second here because we got some time. We're waiting for our guest. My bad. I literally jumped on here a little bit too early. Okay, let's get into Gary Bledsoe background because, y'all, this really, really worked out, okay? No money needed. Gary Bledsoe is the member of the National Board of Directors. Recently, Gary Bledsoe is the president of the He's the president of the Texas NAACP and has held that position since being elected in 1991. The Austin lawyer who specializes in public interest law, employment, and civil rights law has a long-standing relationship with the NAACP as a member of its national board since 2003 and is currently the chair of the National Criminal Justice Committee of the NAACP. Bledsoe's ties with the NAACP enable him to make substantial civil rights changes, which include his handling of racial discrimination complaints against the Austin Department of Public Safety. Give me a second, y'all. All right. It says Bledsoe's ties with the NAACP enabled him to make substantial civil rights changes, which include his handling of racial discrimination complaints against the Austin Department of Public Safety that dismantled racial barriers that prevented minorities and women from becoming Texas Rangers. Look at this, y'all. I knew I could never live in Texas. It said that he worked to dismantle barriers that prevented minorities and women from becoming Texas Rangers. Just so for the ones in the chat, the Texas Rangers, that's the police, okay? That is, when I heard that the police in Texas was called the Texas Rangers, I knew that I could never live there. I knew that I could never live there. What's up, No Captivity with Freezy? So yeah, so they prevented minorities from being police, okay? It says his involvement in the Cedar Avenue case resulted in heightened public awareness of the Austin Police Department mishandling of minority youth and led to widespread changes in how police abuse cases are handled. The landmark settlement resulted in the creation of a scholarship program for college-bound minority youth. Bledsoe also negotiated an African American student scholarship program with HEB, which provides $25,000 in scholarships for students attending Texas Southern University, Prairie View and A&M University, and Houston University. Bledsoe's legal acumen has earned him an AV rating according to the prestigious legal publication 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐻𝐈, the second highest rating available for lawyers. Let me see something, y'all. All right. Bledsoe has received several Lawyers of the Year awards from the Texas Attorney General and the Travis County Bar Association, the Austin and National NAACP, and the Austin Area Urban League, among others. He has also received a Kelly Alexander State President of the Year award, the Juanita Jackson Mitchell Award for Legal Advocacy, and the Benjamin Hooks Keeper of the Flame Award, and is on the Houston Hall of Fame. Listen, I don't know what none of this shit mean, but it sounds good, right? I don't know what this means, but it definitely sounds good. Okay, whatever this means. I ain't never heard of none of this. The Benjamin Hooks Keeper of Flame Award, and is on the Houston Hall of Fame at Riverside General Hospital. All have recognized him for his legal acumen and civil rights. He has earned a doctorate of jurisprudence from the University of Texas School of Law, where he's a permanent class president since 1976. I mean, listen, I don't know what none of that shit mean, but it sounds good as hell, okay? All that stuff I was reading, I don't know what it means. All these different awards, I've never heard of none of that stuff, but listen, it looks great, okay? They got Karmelo got a good, he got a good team. So I'm still trying to see what's up with this other guy. I'm trying to go to his website. Let me just try something else, because the other attorney is Michael Ware. So he is in, it looks like Fort Worth. Let me try something else. It's Michael L. Ware. So Michael L. Ware, he's the second chair, but for some reason it's not working every time I try to, it brings his information up, but I was actually trying to see if he maybe had a website. It tells us a little bit, but not that much. Let's just see here. Oh, wait a minute. I think I was able to bring up his, no, that didn't work. Let's see. Well, it did bring up his LinkedIn page, but it's kind of limited, so I don't want to look at that. It's a little limited. Didn't bring up enough stuff here. All right, yeah, I was trying to look up the other lawyer, but it wasn't, I mean, it was giving me stuff, but I was actually looking for a website. For some reason, it kept giving me a lot of crazy stuff. Are you saving this live? What do you mean, am I saving it? This is live. When you say, am I saving it? It's a live. So I don't understand the question. When you say, am I saving it? What do you mean? Somebody said, hey, y'all, why is the Attorney General? Because the Attorney General, from what I read from a case with that white lady, they all work together. They all corrupt. I'm just saying, that's what I learned. So I don't know if y'all want to come up for a minute. We got about 30 minutes. I told y'all I accidentally joined early because I keep getting the time zones messed up. It's 6 o'clock her time, not 6 o'clock my time. So that's my bad. I messed that up. So if y'all want to come up, but she's going to go over the evidence, and then she's going to speak on the attorneys. You know, obviously she has some experience with them, but until she joins, Exactly. Is the person with the transcript? Where you at? You said you saw the transcript. Let's see. Let's find them. Let's find them. Let's find them. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where are you? In the chat. Let me find you. You said you read the transcript and you said, I know. You said you know why he was found guilty. Where you at? Heavenly Cut TTA. Are you coming up to tell us what you read on the transcript? You ain't got to have your camera on. Unless you, of course, maybe this person can't. They could be driving or something like that. But I'll drop the link again if you want to come up and tell us what you read. But if not, keep listening. I love to see people come together and support. Keep faith. It takes a village to stand together to make things happen. I'm just grateful, happy, giving thanks to God. Have you guys heard the 911 call? Because somebody sent it to me. I heard it the other day. Somebody sent it to me. Let's listen to that. We can listen to the 911 call. Give me a second. Actually, I think I already got the 911 call down here. So I downloaded it the other day. Is this it? Oh, no, that ain't it. I don't know what that is. All right, give me a second. I think this is it. Yeah, it's right here.
02 a.m. 19 2nd, April 2, 2025.
Person 911, what's the location of the emergency?
I need paramedics at Kirkendall Stadium right away.
Okay, what's going on?
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
He was stabbed?
Yes.
Okay,
And
where's the person who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay, where in the stadium is he?
We are on the visitor side bleachers. We have Army veteran that's trying to keep compression on the wound.
Okay. Are you with him now?
He is laying here.
How old is he?
Starting to go unconscious.
How old is he?
High school age, so maybe 15, 16, 17.
Okay. Is he awake?
No, he's going unconscious.
Okay. Is he breathing?
Not right now.
Breathing.
No, he's not.
He's not breathing at all?
Guys, pay attention to this part, because when I listen to this, you'll realize that this person that is calling the police, they don't even know them. So they left, and at some point they came back, which should tell you that something don't just add up, because how you leave your brother and just was gone. I feel like something else happened and they had to get rid of whatever that weapon was that they had, because listen to this person on the phone. They don't really know much, and they're going to go into basically trying to explain it. So I'm thinking maybe it was somebody that was sitting in the area, but then they end up at some point coming back. So just listen to this call.
No.
Okay, where was he stabbed at?
In his chest.
Okay. I've got them coming, okay? Stay on the phone with me, all right?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Okay, I'm here.
Is the assailant still nearby? Hey,
Is he
sir,
breathing? Yes, ma'am.
is the assailant still nearby?
Is what nearby?
The assailant, the person who stabbed him.
We have no idea.
Okay.
Everybody took off sprinting afterwards.
Okay, is there any serious...
You see, he said everybody took off running. Somebody said there's another call. I'm sure there's multiple, but for this call, they're right there by Austin. So I'm sure, a lot of different people called, but this caller is literally sitting there. Remember, she said, is he breathing? And then she says, is the assailant? And then she's going to say it again. And I don't think he understands what she says when she says assailant. And then she's going to say, the person who did it.
Around that probably would know.
Okay.
Yes, I mean there's a lot of blood. He's not
Okay.
breathing.
Okay.
Y'all. I got to rewind it because I was talking, but I'm gonna just let it play.
2025.
Person 911, what's the location of the emergency?
I need paramedics at Kirkendall Stadium right away.
Okay, what's going on?
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
He was stabbed?
Yes.
Okay,
In his
where's the
chest.
person who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay, where in the stadium is he?
We are on the visitor side bleachers. We have Army veteran that's trying to keep compression on the wound.
Okay. Are you with him now?
He is laying here.
How old is he?
Starting to go unconscious.
How old is he?
High school age, so maybe 15, 16, 17.
Okay. Is he awake?
No, he's going unconscious.
Okay. Is he breathing?
Not right now.
Breathing.
No, he's not.
He's not breathing at all?
No.
Okay. Where was he stabbed at?
In his chest.
Okay. I've got them coming, okay? Stay on the phone with me, all right?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Okay. I'm here.
Is the assailant still nearby? Hey,
Is he breathing? Yes, ma'am.
is the assailant still nearby?
Is what nearby?
The assailant, the person who stabbed him.
We have no idea.
Okay.
Everybody took off sprinting afterwards.
Okay. Is there any
there were some
serious
students around
bleeding?
that probably would know.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of blood. He's not
Okay.
breathing.
Okay. Did anyone see what he looked like at all?
The assailant, I'm sure that some students know, but everybody has been removed from the scene.
Okay. All right, just stay on the phone with me, okay, because you're right there with him. I'm sending paramedics to help you now. Stay on to exactly what to do next. Is the knife still inside his chest?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm keeping you on the phone, okay, like I said. I'm going to tell you to stop the bleeding. Listen carefully to make sure we do it right, okay?
Okay.
Get a clean, dry cloth or towel and tell me when you have it.
Hey, we need a clean, dry cloth or towel. We need a dry cloth or towel. We have an AED here.
Okay, we want to get this bleeding stopped if we can. Is he breathing at all right now?
We need the bleeding stopped. Dry cloth or towel. I'm on the phone.
Okay. Is he breathing?
He is not.
Okay, listen carefully. Lay him flat on his back on the floor or ground and remove anything under his head.
Everything where?
Said flat on his back,
Oh,
nothing under his
he's
head.
breathing right now.
He's breathing?
He's breathing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, do you have a towel
We got an
for
AED
it?
connected. I'm sorry?
Do you have something that we can use to control the bleeding?
Yes, we have like sweatpants.
Okay,
They have
that's
compressing on
perfect.
his chest.
Place it right on the wound and press down firmly. Do not lift up to
Press
look.
down firm.
It's going to hurt it,
Keep
but you got to
pressing down.
push, okay?
Oh,
We
yes,
gotta keep
they
that
just removed
pressure on
her.
it.
Okay.
And don't take it off, okay?
Okay, he only took it off because it just advised the shock, so we did a shock to his chest.
Okay.
He's trying.
Are there any officers there with you yet?
I think they have the assailant. There's some coaches pinning him down.
Okay, where are they at?
They are really close to where the victim is. They're like 5 yards away on the track. There's some police here.
Okay, well, have them down, please, and show them where the assailant is, okay? What's your name?
Hey, that police officer needs to come down here.
What's your name?
Robert, there.
Okay, let me know when the officer's with you. I'm not hanging up until he's with you, okay?
Okay.
What is the person that you think is the assailant? What do they look like?
Hey, was that the kid that? Hey, that wasn't him? Somebody else?
That wasn't him?
Centennial kid? No, it was a kid from another school. They know the kid.
Okay, so he's not the one who stabbed, though?
No, the other kid I think was just freaking out, and they were just trying to contain him.
Okay. Let me know when they're with you, okay? Like I said, I'm not going to
Okay.
until they're with you. Let me know if you stop the bleeding, okay?
Okay.
Come on, Austin. Come on, Austin. Come on, baby. Come on, you got this. Come on.
Okay, we got the suspect, okay? So you guys just focus on him, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Come on. Every once in a while, there's a break that he's here. Come on.
I'm going to keep you with me, okay, until they're with you. Is he breathing still?
He's trying, yeah. We're doing compressions and giving him mouth to mouth.
Okay.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, they're doing CPR on him.
Fight through.
Okay, just keep going, okay?
Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
The medics are coming as fast as they can. Just keep me updated, okay?
Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Fight through, baby. Fight through, Austin. Come on. Oh, you're doing good, Austin.
All right,
You're doing good.
CPR.
We're analyzing. Hands off.
Yes, their hands off, advising a shock.
Okay. Do they still have that the sweatpants over the stab wound too to keep it from bleeding?
They have some dry cloths over it right now, and then they're putting the sweats on top during the compressions.
Perfect.
Come on.
Did it shock him again or no?
Yeah, it didn't advise.
Okay.
Come on, Austin.
All right, tell them they're doing really good, okay? Just keep going for me. If they need to switch out, make sure they do, okay? If they get tired, we're going to switch,
They are, yes.
okay?
They have.
Perfect.
Yep. EMS has just arrived. They're walking on the scene.
Okay, let me know when they're with you, okay?
Okay. They're walking over here right now.
Come on, Austin. Push through.
You did really good.
EMS here.
Okay?
Come on.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You did really good.
Push through.
Thanks.
Are they with you?
It was,
Come on.
they're about 15 yards away. They're walking.
Come on, bro. Go ahead, Engine 1.
Okay, they're walking up to us right now.
Okay, I'll let you go. Good job, Robert.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Somebody said, "Why are you playing this?" Because we listening to, trying to find out what's going on in the case. Do you not have nothing else to? I just be wondering, like, why do people go? And the thing about it, to be able to comment, you gotta, first of all, you gotta be a subscriber and you gotta wait 20 minutes. So that just goes to show how crazy people are. They want to say stuff so bad that they will literally subscribe and wait 20 minutes. That's a mental illness right there. That's a mental illness. So that's the 911 call. Somebody made an interesting point. I'm sure there's multiple calls, but the reason why I played this one, because whoever was calling on this particular one, they was actually right there because he didn't really know what was going on. He said they kind of ran off, which kind of, goes to that scenario that they ran after Karmelo. But I feel like they ran and they must have kept running and hid whatever it was that they hid, because they eventually came back. But again, that's kind of weird. You running off, leaving your brother like, half dead, and you done ran off and left. So I thought that was a little bit crazy. Now, I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to see this. Somebody narrated the actual video that's been circulating on social media with regards to, what we saw. And they keep telling us that they ain't fighting, like we some dang on fools. So this video, somebody narrated it and it was excellent. While we wait, let's watch this.
Hello, Anthony.
Oh, not that one. That's the wrong one. Where'd it go? Right here. Is it this one?
Pushed Austin or another. Is the dialogue or no? Not yet.
I want you to do the A to Z. This is on you.
Okay.
You're the star, okay?
Okay. Thank you. So I seen Karmelo leave from underneath the tent, and there's still a scuffle under here. Pay attention. It looks like Hunter pushed Austin, or another boy pushed Hunter into Austin. And then Austin then tumbles down, kicking this girl on the way down. The girl in the yellow poncho gets kicked. So I'm going to play it for you. Yes, right here. Boom. So now take your eyes off of Karmelo. Underneath that tent, they're still tussling. I don't know if you missed it. It was very quick.
Tell him Melo's already dipped up a couple steps.
Did y'all see that?
And then it looks like Austin and the girl in the yellow poncho fell.
Right after. So Melo he done dipped out. This guy falls down. They run to the garbage can, y'all. Come on now. We ain't dumb. We wasn't born yesterday. Why would you be trying to put something in the garbage can That was some evidence. I don't give a damn what nobody said. Because first of all, if you commit a crime and now you caught, first thing you thinking is, oh shit, I'm about to go to jail. So they trying to figure out, listen, let us go ahead and hide this evidence. It makes sense now, though. That is why they keep riding this bullshit about he did this. This is why, because if he didn't do it, who did it? If Karmelo didn't do it, who did it? They're not going to answer that question. They rather keep with this thing that he did it. So now it makes a whole lot of sense, because I know y'all saw that boy run to that garbage can.
And then Austin then tumbles down, kicking this girl on the way down. The girl in the yellow poncho gets kicked. So I'm going to play it for you. Yes, right here. Boom.
Fighting. See, look at Karmelo at the top. This is some really bad editing, by the way, but you can see Karmelo right there. I'm going to turn it back on. Karmelo is there. You still see these fools fighting. I said maybe they had got into their own fight, because I don't understand how, if they were into it with Karmelo, I mean, he ran out. They didn't know that he had ran out. That don't make sense. So I thought that at some point they started fighting amongst themselves, because that would probably be the only way that they lost track of him. But let's watch it.
So now take your eyes off of Karmelo. Underneath that tent, they're still tussling. I don't know if you missed it. It was very quick.
Yeah, tell him Melo's already dipped up a couple steps.
See? And then it looks like Austin and the girl in the yellow poncho fell. He's long gone.
Man, Karmelo didn't do that. He couldn't have did it. There's no way that he did that. What y'all think? I don't think that Karmelo did that. I don't believe, I just don't. I don't. So you're telling me that they highly edit a video because a black man committed a crime? Hell to the no. Y'all know if a black man, a black lady do anything, they're going to play it 1,000,000 times. They're going to send it to every country, and they're going to make sure you don't forget. I don't believe he did this. I do believe that there was some confrontation, and I don't know if you guys heard this scenario. People are saying that there were 2 pokers. Did y'all hear that? People are saying that there were 2. So what if it was a situation that, Karmelo had a poker? I'm not saying I know where he got it from. Just hear me out. Let's say he did have a poker and they had a poker, but for some reason, his poker ain't the one that did the damage. Now, I don't know, but I just heard people say that it was 2. Not sure if that is true or not. Just trying to think of a scenario here.
Can you zoom in more under the tent to show them where Melo steps up before they go pushing each other?
Yes, I got you.
I'm trying to talk while you're doing this. I'm just asking.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm sorry. I keep pressing the pause button. Okay, here we go. Is this 222? Okay, 221, right here. So he's...
Look how many steps he's up, Chris, already.
And they were still tussling underneath this tent while he's
been
gone.
Steps. He went up 5 steps, y'all. Look! Oh!
Yes. And that happened because I have another speculation about that too, because the boy had went back to the trash can as the coach and Karmelo was walking. Y'all want me to play that too? Okay, I got you. Okay, let me try to find it really quick because I did. Okay, it has to be right here. Okay, this is, so that the first one was 222 to 227.
Yep,
this is, okay,
quick,
boom, right here.
Real quick, y'all, they were fighting so hard that they didn't realize Melo gone.
Right. Off of adrenaline. So 423, pay attention to this boy right here. You see how he kind of moonwalks back? Now, Karmelo and Coach, he sees that they're out of frame. He picks up that fallen trash can, digs in the trash can, goes back to where he was standing, and then puts something in his pockets.
Now watch how quick he disappears. Watch. Yeah, watch him. Watch him. You'll see. You'll see. He's going to start dipping. Watch.
He's going to go from all the way over there to all the way down here, out of frame.
He's going to start walking quick.
Right there, right there.
There he goes. He knew they were not looking at him, so that's when he took off, Chris.
So, Alexa.
Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not nobody's damn fool. So you're telling me that somebody was injured, lost their life, and you ran off getting something out the garbage can? Negro, that was that damn weapon. I'm not no damn fool. Ain't no damn allegedly. That's what the hell it was. We ain't stupid. We were not born yesterday. Come on now. What was you? What was that? That was a weapon. Who is doing that as it relates to somebody has gotten hurt? Somebody now we know has died, and you running to get something out of garbage can? Come on. Yeah, this ain't right here.
Go back. Go back.
Okay. To where he was digging in the trash can? Okay.
Keep playing. So watch when they walk Melo through. Watch the other guy running behind Melo and Coach. Now when they going back to the right,
Okay, keep watching because it might be after he dug in the trash can then.
It is. I seen it. Chris is making a copy, I think.
Okay. So that's the boy that dug in the trash can.
So you see what it says right there?
He's
holding
paying
somebody back.
So that was to be said that EP was right here. Some girl said that. But I wanted to show Chris that boy, he saw that they were no longer paying attention to him. That boy that picked up out whatever was out that trash can, he ran all the way out of frame and was no more to be seen this whole video.
After they seen he wasn't looking at him, yep. Exactly.
Thank you. Yes. Nobody stopped this boy because he looks to be YT. They are not even paying attention to him.
And he's got a lighter skin color.
And did you remember what?
Hello. Hi, Keys.
Hi.
How you doing?
Just one second. One second. So I don't know what y'all thought about that or if you guys have saw that video, but listen, I don't believe he did it. I just don't. I do not believe that he did it. History has always shown that whenever a Black person do something, they gonna put it right out front for the world to see. So nobody can tell me that he did this, but we are fighting for the video. I don't believe that. Nobody can make me believe that. Hi, Janet. How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I just want to say I'm here in Texas. I'm in the area. And I just want to say that when I tried to go and view the video, they're not allowing anyone to view the video. Ken Paxton, which is our attorney DA here, he has actually sealed the video. So even if you request it, you're going to automatically be denied.
Yes, I know that. Yep, we know that.
Okay, and then even with the transcript, you can't even get the transcript. All that has been sealed. Judge Roach sealed that right after the verdict was read. So no one can get the transcript. I've been trying to get it. You call, they're going to give you the runaround. If you go, they're going to send you here. They're going to send you there. You'll spend all day long going from room to room because they'll tell you to go here, then they'll tell you to go there, so you can't even get the transcript.
And what does that tell you right there? Like, what does that tell you?
That they're hiding something.
Exactly. We are not dumb. We wasn't born yesterday. Now, I believe some of their ass was born yesterday to think that they was gonna pull this SHIT over on us like we was damn stupid. Are you slow? No, these people, no, they framed this kid. The transcripts are available immediately. They're available immediately. You can go on websites and get transcripts. So you can't even get the transcripts now. Now that worries me because it makes me well, the transcripts were also captured by various news media outlets that they put online. So we'll just see. We'll see. But yeah, they're playing games. Karmelo didn't do this. He didn't do this. They set him up. One of them did this.
What I believe, I'm just gonna put it out there. What I believe that it was all a setup to get him. It wasn't meant for Austin to get stabbed. It was actually meant for Karmelo to get stabbed. And Austin just happened to be the one.
Yeah. You see, when I say if you dig a grave for somebody, dig too, because his ass fell up in that grave, literally fell up in it. Yes. And you know what I was hearing from somebody that lived down there, that's exactly what was meant to happen. That was supposed to have been Karmelo that day, but it didn't work out like that. And that's another reason why, these kids are sticking together, because they think about it. The dude Eddie was supposed to be Karmelo's friend. He get his little slow ass on stage on the stand talking, he don't know him like that. We ain't friends. What?
But it wasn't about the tent, and I think that's where everyone is getting lost at. It wasn't about the tent. It was over football. The whole thing was over football. Karmelo told them that their football team sucked. The Twins was already upset because the coach had told them they sucked. So they were automatically suspended. So why were they at the track meet when you're suspended? They're using the thing, well, they was there to help set up tents. But if you're suspended, you're not supposed to be at any event, any school event.
Right. And you know what they did also? Because there was that information that they had been suspended, then they try to retract it and say, oh, no, I had asked them to come. And I was like, listen, that's the most dumbest thing I ever heard of. Listen, I done been a teacher. If I tell you you ain't coming, I'm not calling you back to tell you, oh, by the way, yeah, come on. That was a lie. Because what the coach said, oh, I called them back, and that was a lie. Nobody's doing that. If a teacher tells you you're not going, they ain't calling you back to say, oh, by the way, come. No, it's final. You're trouble. Don't come. You're not coming. Nobody is calling you back. So I think that was also to try to make it seem like they were supposed to be there. I hope the school gets sued too. They need to be sued as well.
And I think that's the reason why the school is the one that requested. I have the actual letter that was sent from Ken Paxton to the school district. The school district is the one that requested the video to be sealed.
Yeah. They're all working together. They're all working together.
That's the reason why I say, because the school knew that the school district knew they can be held liable. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the reason why they had the video sealed, so no one can go in and view it.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the deal. They really thought they had this shit figured out. They really did. Which, in all honesty, when people were seeing that video, I was thinking that was strange, because from my understanding, with something is evidence, you're not able to see it. So whatever, people were able to see it, but it actually worked out for the benefit of Karmelo. But I don't think they didn't think this through. They didn't think this through at all. They thought that we were some pushovers, that they can just do whatever they wanted. But I feel like they didn't understand that them folks that saw that video was going to come out and start doing interviews. Like, what did y'all think? I mean, like, they actually saw the video.
And then you have the dead throwing barbecues for them.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they turn around and get all these scholarships. Every
Right.
last one of them boys that got on the stand and testified against Karmelo got scholarships.
Well, not only that, you know, they're blatant and upfront with it. If you saw that what is that picture or video, whatever it was the father did, he clearly captioned it that they were witnesses. I said, what is this? Like, this is weird. He said witnesses, took a picture in his backyard and even told us who these folks was.
It was all a setup. It was all a setup. It was meant to get Karmelo, and Austin just happened to be the one.
Right. I know there's been talk because I had thought, because you know we do see this stuff on, you know, social media and TV, and even if it's not true, in our brain we think that it is because we've heard it so many times. When they said Karmelo confessed, I was like, oh, okay, self-defense, he confessed. I mean, self-defense, why would he lie? But then when I watched that damn video, I said they lying. The only way
He didn't confess. He said if you listen to the body cam, the cop asked him about the suspect, and he said, not allegedly, I am the suspect. He didn't say, he did not say, I stabbed him. He said, not allegedly, I am the suspect, and I told him not to touch me. That's exactly what he said.
Exactly, but guess what? Because we had been we've been hearing that for a year, that they said he confessed it, right? So in my mind, I'm listening to what they said. He confessed it. It wasn't until I watched it, I said they are lying, and then it made me think. When he said I'm not alleged, that's not what he meant. They were looking for him, and they said I got the alleged whatever they said. He was saying it ain't alleged, I'm him, not I done unalive somebody. That wasn't the conversation. But I believe when we hear stuff, especially when they kept saying he confessed, we automatically in our mind saying, oh, he confessed. That's not what he never said that's not what he said. He said that was him. That's what he meant. Let me just give you another example. They kept saying that he provoked the situation. Them saying that he provoked the situation was simply him saying, hit me or you better not put your hands on me. Basically, in a sense, saying, like, if you hit me, I'm going to defend myself. That's not provoking somebody. That's not provoking somebody. But they try to say, oh, well, he provoked the situation. How is that provoking it? So if you're walking down the street and somebody say, hit me if you bad, and you slap them, I bet you going to jail. You can't say, oh, they said hit me. So it's like they just played a whole bunch of games with this case, a lot of games.
And then there's also another video that came out was, on Snapchat. Those texts don't stay on there forever. They disappear after, I'm not sure how long, but they go away. They saying that they were going back and forth the night before over football. Him and Eddie was.
Okay.
So that's what they're saying led up to it. I only heard bits and snippets of that video the night before on Snapchat. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, so I can't say 100%. But another creator had it on their show, and they was talking about it. That's what started it all. But they're not sure if it was Karmelo and Eddie, but they know that it was the twins, Eddie and someone else going back and forth. So that has not been cleared up for me, so I can't speak on that.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a lot going on with this case. But when you just really sit back and think, and if Karmelo was white, we would not be having this conversation. It just really goes to show us how these MFers really feel about us for real. Let's just call it what it is. That drunk daddy that they talking about, he got this SA charge, which I believe he had the nerve to say it ain't about race. What else is it
Well,
about?
I've seen his arrest record. I had the case number,
Right.
and since all this came out, it's been sealed as well. You can't find it.
Listen, this man is on this good internet lying. Lawyers and police, sir, have looked your ass up and they say it is the truth. Nobody is lying on you. So it's very interesting that he gets on this good internet talking about Black folks and then talking about somebody else talking about they shook a baby. What you do to a baby? Nasty.
Yeah.
What
Anyone that touches a child.
is disgusting. Absolutely
So,
disgusting.
but at one point in time, you was able to find it. Yeah, you can't find it. It's like it totally disappeared. Even if you go to the court records, you cannot find it. You got the case number, it's not pulling up anything.
And so some people were saying he's not on the list as a registered offender. So what I was trying to, and some of these people, they know, they just pretend to be dumb because it really don't have much to do with them. But if somebody has their record sealed, it's sealed for a reason. If the record is sealed, you cannot see it. So that would mean you would not be able to go to the registry and see it because it is a sealed record. I don't know why people don't seem to understand that. Have you ever, as long as I've been on the internet, I've never heard anybody make up something so bad as that on anybody. Man, listen. The folks said that it's true and I believe it. I believe
Yeah,
it.
but it was still after the fact.
Right. Attorneys have said that it is him, but the case is sealed. Ain't no attorney gonna say that if it's not true. So
And then
it's just,
also, it's allegedly that one of the twins have an SA case against them.
I heard that too. I did
And
hear that.
because they're underage, that's automatically sealed.
Yeah, I did hear that. But the bad part too about this case is, and see, we don't know, but what a lot of legal lawyers and legal analysts were thinking is that a lot of the stuff that had to do with violence and different things as it related to the twins and other, getting into it with other students, they think that the judge did not allow that to come into evidence.
Yeah, because the cheerleaders, they said, and even some of the parents came out and said they went to the police department. They said that they went to the school district and complained on them bullying, the cheerleaders and other students, and nothing was ever done about it.
Right. I'm going to show you. I think I have something on my phone that I recorded on. Let me see if I can find it. I think I was on TikTok.
Yeah, but I just wanted to come on and say about the transcript because I've been trying to get it, and like I said, I'm in the area, so I don't live too far from there.
Somebody just said in the chat that they had the what am I trying to say?
The transcript.
Yes.
And I saw that, so I'm wondering how was they able to get it because I've been trying to get it, and I just haven't had any success. They tell you even if you call, they put you on hold, or neither they hang up on you. You call back and they tell you, well, you need to go to this court, you need to go to that court, and you still can't get it. Even if you go down there, you spend all day long trying to get it. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
Guys, I want you to hear this. I was over on TikTok. I think it was yesterday. I think it was either yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I want you guys to listen to this. Now, this is supposedly Coach Brandon Wayne. Did you guys hear anything about this coach? Coach Brandon Wayne? I don't know if you guys have heard anything about him, but I want y'all to listen to some of the stuff they were saying. Now, keep in mind, a coach talking about a student like this and some more folks over there on TikTok. Listen to this. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this.
So there was a.
I'm gonna turn it up. Wait.
I know
Wait,
you
wait,
had
wait.
millions when she left, but that was literally the only thing that I saw because Judge Roach made a comment to say.
Okay, wait. Before I start, I kind of want to let y'all know what part you're going to hear. Do y'all remember the daddy was going around saying that the mama and, you know, just making up lies as if the mother just left her son there? We know that the mother was in court. We don't know if the mother went out in the hallway because listen, I don't know if I could actually be in the court if my child was being sentenced. I may have to go out in the hallway and come back in. But I know that there was information and people were saying that the judge put the mama out because she was crying or whatever, which I don't understand because Jeff Metcalf was allowed to be in there crying and telling the people what to say. But I want you guys to listen to this because this lady was there, I guess, and she said that that never happened, which was, you know, I was like, okay, just knowing that the Jeff Metcalf man was lying anyway. But I also want y'all to listen to some of their conversation. It's about 3 minutes and 29 seconds. They kind of go into the part about the mother allegedly leaving. You know, Jeff Metcalf said, oh, she left her son there. And what kind of parents, you know, the man is mentally deranged. They go into that, but this goes to the culture of that particular area because they go into saying why Karmelo didn't have any friends. Why didn't he have any friends? I'm about to turn my phone on silent because I can't operate. People keep texting me. I'm about to turn it on silent. Yeah, I'm about to turn it on silent. It's on silent. So they go into basically saying bad things about Karmelo, not nothing to the tune where that he was a bad kid or anything, but kind of go into like, why didn't he have any friends? Well, it seemed like he had friends, but apparently the they said that they allegedly was telling the kids what to say.
Anybody else but the bailiffs just to get her badge. So, I mean, it was very calm.
That's a lie. That's a lie because they're trying to blame it on the court. Like they got locked out. There's no way they're going to lock the family out.
There was a time. So Judge Roach was very particular about timing and making sure you came in and you were seated and ready before the time when he said, we break at this time, we are back in the court at this time. And there was a time during the trial portion that I believe part of Anthony's family had left for lunch and they didn't make it back into the courtroom before the bailiff had shut the doors. So they weren't allowed back in during that time. They had to wait for another break. So like there was empty seats in the courtroom during a certain portion, which Judge Roach immediately was like, what is going on? And they were told we were trying to reach them. And he was like, we're moving on. Like he was no nonsense. This is how it is. I've made the rules. We're not changing them for anybody just because they couldn't get here in time. So, but it wasn't his parents. It was like other extended family, I guess. I mean, that was just what I was told.
Did the other kid have any friends? Like, it seems like he doesn't have nobody that cares about him. It seems like he don't got one friend in the world. This shit is like,
you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I am kind of shocked by that when I heard I did watch the Breakfast Club interview that they did when the mother mentioned how she was informed of the situation being via email. And for me, Austin and Hunter were very connected with a lot of people, and my phone was blowing up immediately by kids, parents, coaches, all of them. So what I found odd would be that no one would reach out to her immediately, a coach that was there to let her know.
Yeah, to look on like 560 and find out
right. So again, I'm not saying that she's lying, but that sounds odd, right? It does sound a little odd that there's no one reaching out to you to say, so on the flip side of your question, there's a possibility he did not have a lot of people there or I don't,
They're
I
high
really
school
don't know.
kids, right?
You know, this is so stupid and ignorant because how can Karmelo get people there when he didn't even have time? Didn't they not like find him guilty and then say, "Oh, we're gonna sentence you in a few hours"? How do you get somebody there? They're from Louisiana. The majority of probably the people that they know is in Louisiana. So for them to be on here saying, "Oh, well, why he didn't have anybody?" Was he given that opportunity? Like, he wasn't given the opportunity to call people to come in to testify on his behalf. Another thing, guys, I found out, and this is from listening to another attorney. This is just from oh boy, just 1 second. I'm gonna send her the link. 1 second. Let me send the attorney the link. Just give me a second here. Let me send her that link right fast. All right, guys, sorry about that. But one of the things that I learned from listening to another attorney is, do you guys remember the baby? There was a baby that Karmelo had saved from drowning. Did you guys remember that? Well, you probably saw it because the mother was the one that put it out to the blogs. She did this on her own. Guess what this lawyer said? A lawyer reached out to her. Do y'all know that mother said that she would have been grateful to come and speak on Karmelo's behalf? Do y'all know the attorney never asked her to come? So while they sitting up here lying, making it seem like he didn't have anybody to speak on his behalf, how does your people that speak on your behalf, how do they get there? It's through your attorney. She said that the attorney never, ever reached out to her. Tell me this, if Mike Howard was working to help Karmelo, he's already on the stand for taking a life, so they say. Wouldn't you want the witness to come and say how he saved a life? Doesn't that make him look like a better person than y'all trying to paint him out to be? But Mike Howard didn't even get this woman to come down. What is that? That doesn't make any sense. But this is a coach that used to work at the school online, making it seem like Karmelo didn't have anybody to speak up for him. I mean, we saw pictures of him and Eddie. It wasn't his fault that Eddie was a piece of shit person. Was that Karmelo's fault that Eddie was a piece of shit person? Like, you can see that they all ganged up on him. They all just turned their backs on him. It didn't matter that he was a good student. Those folks saw this white boy, life was gone, and they're going to blame it on him. And that's it. That's all. That's just what it is. Let me turn. What just happened? Oh.
They're high school kids. I mean, from day one, Austin and Hunter's friends been combating everybody on this app. They've been here posting pictures, this, that, from Instagram to TikTok. I mean, I've researched it. I can't find one person saying this is a good guy, this is my friend, free my friend, or he didn't do it. I can't find one friend that Karmelo. It's crazy. It's like, I know he doesn't have one friend in the world, and not one person for the victim impact statement. When she came up there and begged, there was no.
He didn't have one friend for the victim impact statement. Also, attorneys were saying this is another reason why he's going to win his appeal. He didn't have no chance to bring nobody to speak on his behalf. But you got this dumb, goofy idiot sitting on here talking about, and he was a coach, by the way. This guy was a coach. He was on the, I think he was one of the witnesses or something like that. But sitting up here as if Karmelo didn't really have anybody. They also said that they had, he actually had witnesses, people that was going to testify on his behalf. Guess what happened? Mike Howard never called him. Karmelo didn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance in the current, the situation that he had been in with this legal team and with these people. Now, he got the mob. Okay, he got the mob. So I know that it's going to be a better situation, but it's really sad that they set up there on this this is on TikTok and saying, oh, he didn't have nobody. Like, oh, he didn't have nobody. Like, he couldn't find nobody. Are you dumb? I mean, if the judge just say, okay, we're going to go with sentencing today, if that wasn't already agreed, and if his attorney didn't get the people to come, how is that his fault? He's never, well, sorry, he never been to jail before. Sorry, his mom and his daddy never been to jail before, that they didn't know how this works. But just imagine this is a teacher online talking about him as if he's a bad person. We know that he's not. All right, guys. So our attorney, former prosecutor, has joined. So we're going to bring her up. I'm so sorry about that. Next time we can do it. I joined early because honestly, I keep getting the time zones mixed up. So it was 6 o'clock for you, which would have been 7 o'clock for me, but I joined at 6 o'clock. I did it again.
Oh, you've been here a whole hour. Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Because it was 6 for you and 7 for me, but I wrote down 6.
Oh.
Oh, shucks.
So y'all
we are here, guys. So she has joined. This is our former prosecutor. And Thelma, you've been on some other shows. You were on Roland Martin, right? What were you on? Is it Roland?
Yeah, I broadcast from Roland Martin and some other platforms, but it's like whenever something big happens, but mostly on Roland Martin.
Okay, I saw that. So what we can do is this. So with this stream, although it is streaming live, it also creates a video.
What?
Yeah, StreamYard creates it as a live, but you can download it as a video.
Oh, okay.
So I can send you the video.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
A lot of gigs to download.
You know what I can do? I can download it. Do you have Gmail? I can share it with you, and then you know what I mean. I don't have to worry.
I know it'll be big, right. And I know how that. Listen, it'll eat your data up.
Right.
It'll eat it on up.
Right. So I can share it with you. But, while we were waiting, I had a few people come up and we were talking. We went over the legal team and I'm loving on, all of them they are great. Like these attorneys, I'm just feeling so excited. But we had looked up Bledsoe, which was the 3rd chair. And then we looked first chair. I was trying to find Michael, but it showed me his name, but for some reason I couldn't find a whole lot on him. But it was some stuff
on the internet.
Huh?
He a white man. He an older white man. They don't like all that internet, stuff. They that our profession hates. They even hate what I'm doing.
Really?
Oh, because I'm telling
them old school. They got to get out of that because this is where we are now.
I'm telling their business. That's why.
I was sharing with
them. Who's she talking about today?
I was sharing with them. I was over on TikTok yesterday, and there is a video. Well, I shouldn't say a video. It's an audio of Brandon Wayne. Now, he was one of the coaches. And I was sharing with my audience how he was just saying some, as a coach, you shouldn't be on there talking, bad about the students. I said, I think that is totally, so what he was saying is, why didn't Karmelo have anybody, to speak up for him? And I was, telling them, I was watching another attorney and another attorney said that's a huge reason for an appeal, because he did not have a chance to get people to come in to speak on his behalf, because it was like, you're guilty. Okay, we finna sentence you now. So it was like he'd never had the chance. And then this attorney actually said he reached out. You remember this was online in terms of him saving a little girl's life or something. This attorney said he reached out to that mother, and that mother said that his attorney never, ever reached out to her. Never. She said she would have came.
I know she would have came.
Yeah.
They have a relationship. She would have most definitely came. And that's the thing, like, the way that they were treated.
Right.
For me, I just know that this family has felt so alone, like so deserted, so mishandled, so mistreated by people from both sides. Like it's not just a white thing. It's also a black thing. And that's why for me, I was very big on making sure I keep that story alive, like whether it got quiet or not. When it first happened, to me calling out those initial attorneys, to calling out Dominique Alexander and his foolishness, to calling out Jeff Metcalf when he went on those racist rants, like at least they had someone that they knew were actually speaking up for them in spite of, because I just know. And when I talked to Mr. Anthony was it last week or week before? Last week. I talked to him last week. I could just tell. I told him, like, I know that this has damaged you. Like, I know you don't have to say anything at all. Just know that we are here and we're going to fight until we can't fight anymore to make sure your baby comes home, because he does not deserve to be there. I'm gonna keep saying it. Whether people want to say, oh, it's not he did nothing wrong.
Right.
Nothing. He did everything to make sure that he protected himself amongst those bullies. Right. So don't give people with this self-righteous shit. Listen, somebody lost their life, but he lost his freedom at the hands of these individuals, put him in position to have to defend himself.
Right. And I was looking it up. There is a law. I don't remember which one it was, but it said in Texas, if you are attacked by a group of people, you can do whatever you need to do to protect yourself. I forget which one it was, but I think it was which one was it? I can't remember which one it was. Which law?
Is it? I don't. Yeah, tell me which one it was, because he didn't argue that. He ain't even talking about.
Okay, this was the Texas Multiple Assailant Doctrine. It says that this is a self-defense principle allowing a person to use force, including deadly force, against any member of a group if they reasonably perceive an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. So that is something totally different than self-defense. So it's like a totally different law. It's basically saying if you by yourself in a group of people attack you, you do whatever you feel like you need to do. It says you can use deadly force. And somebody said in my court a couple of weeks ago.
But that may be the reason why they kept it to as it wasn't the way that the defense shaped all of that. It made it seem like it wasn't a group. Like they made it seem like those boys were sitting down, and no, they came with it on their mind.
Right.
The way that they walked, the way that they were acting, like it was very clear that somebody called them.
Right.
They can the force that they were walking, that was not a normal walk.
They came in there on something. You can tell they came in there ready. It's like I said, I remember when I was a kid and you get together with your friends, like, we're gonna do this. That's how they came in there. They was ready.
Seriously. They were ready for smoke. They were ready for whatever. And a real defense attorney would have hung them out on a damn. You remember the old school clothes hang? We had to hang our clothes out, and that's how our clothes dried. They would have put their ass on a hanger.
Right.
You gonna stay out here, you gonna fry in this sun until you're ready to tell the truth, because it's just too much of just inconclusive. The detective should have been fucking, the detectives alone. You didn't collect evidence. You didn't review that video to actually see. How are we up in here finding out there is some stuff that was going on in the video that y'all ain't talked about?
Right. Nothing happened. And then as I was telling my audience, when this first happened, they said he admitted it. So I told them it's stuck in my mind. Okay, self-defense, he admitted it. Now that I see this tape, what they say he admitted to, I don't believe that's necessarily true. They show a video where they saying, I have the alleged victim. Only thing he said is that it's not alleged. That could also mean my name is Karmelo. I am who you're looking for. Never did he say in that video, yeah, I did it. I'm the one that did it. And I think that was part of their plan to put that out there. He admitted it. And I said, he didn't admit that. He just said, I'm the person. He never said that, I did what you said. Because I said, now that I look at the video, looking at that video, because somebody broke it down and, stopped it.
Mm-hmm.
Austin fell. That boy was he had already took off. So I said, wait a minute. He took off. Now they go and put something in the garbage can. I said he didn't do this because listen, your brother, your friend just fell down bloody and you're putting something in the garbage can. Seems to me you put that weapon in that garbage can. That's what I'm seeing.
Not only that, the video that I just posted shows somebody going back to that trash can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't, and that's why I said I don't believe he did it, because this is showing something else. I said, but now I understand now why it is very important for them to pin it on him, because if he didn't do it, then who did it? Who did it then?
Exactly. Because here's the thing. The way that, and this is how they try cases in Collin County, is no secret. This is how they try cases in Collin County. White prosecutors don't care about the law. They care about.
You said that. Yeah, it was another attorney that I saw. He said that they're used to coercing and telling their
That's Andrew.
That's what he said.
Andrew, and that's me and Andrew went to law school together, and we went through the same advanced mock trial section of our law school. The way that Andrew they irritate the hell out of them, like, because a defense is an art. You got to know how to pretty much do everything. And confusing the jury is a hard thing to do. And when you have mastered how to do it in every county, they are literally the kryptonite to white prosecutors. I don't know, to Black prosecutors, because they can kind of, correlate it and be reasonable. But to them white prosecutors, they hate to see Andrew and his colleague coming. They hate
call themselves
the not guilty boys.
That's him.
Mm-hmm.
That is him. Listen, when I heard him, I said, oh, he an MF up in that courtroom. I don't care what nobody say. I was listening to him. I said, this dude is bad. I don't care what. No, I was listening to him. I said, listen, I put in the chat, I said, can you help them do something on the case? But I can tell that brother know what he's doing. But he said that he had a case, a murder case, he said, in Collin County that he was able to beat. But I said, listen, I said, this guy is good. He said the guy that he got out was actually in jail. So the conversation was, you got to get your witness ready for the stand. He said, in a self-defense case, Karmelo was supposed to take the stand. He said, because how do you not take the stand in a self-defense case? Because you have to tell the jury why your life was in danger. He said, if you don't tell them that, who do they hear it from?
No, he's absolutely right. There are only certain cases where if you have an eyewitness, say like the Rick Child case, his son taking a stand and taking a beating is what precluded him from having to take the stand. Karmelo didn't have that. When the defense attorneys saw that that was going to be the case, they should have known that they had to call Karmelo to testify. However, based on how his lawyers were performing, I don't think they would have swayed this jury, and it probably would have caused more damage because they was not the attorneys that he needed to be able to tell his story, to be able to sympathize and empathize with him. And it would have been another get out of jail free card for the lawyers, because now people will be saying, well, he did testify. Because now they get to say, well, we advocated, we did what we needed to do. No, you didn't do what you needed to do, because if you did do what you needed to do, he would not be jammed up the way that he is now.
Right. And I know the first chair, I read his bio. I loved his bio, because basically what he said is he wanted to provide a high level of representation to just regular everyday people, because he was like, he felt like, regular everyday people didn't get the representation that they needed. And like, obviously he didn't mention Karmelo, but what his bio said kind of mimicked, because I was thinking about Karmelo and I said, this is exactly what he's talking about. He said, listen, if you don't have the correct representation, you get in these situations. And I was like, yep, that's what happened to Karmelo. So I listen, I believe this all, unfortunately, he's in prison. But as I was saying, I think they was trying to take him out. I really believe that them kids was trying to do something real bad to him that day. So unfortunately that didn't happen, but he ended up in jail. But I really believe that he's going to get out. I really believe that he's going to get exonerated. And I can't wait till they sue the pants off the school, the county, the state, whoever, the police. They all need to be sued. Everybody needs to be sued.
Listen, this is a whole civil rights case. This is malfeasance of office. This is all that. And what I found out today, that judge had a judicial reprimand for influencing.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse the fuck out of me?
Right. Yeah. Yep. Trying to make money off the court, selling his little bullshit books.
And this is why
yeah,
partially why I got fired, because I was like, we need to get rid of immunity. While I was a prosecutor, I'm sitting here saying we need to get rid of immunity.
Right.
Nobody is doing that. That had to be it. I had to see something for me to say that we need to get rid of qualified immunity for judges and prosecutors. I had too much power to play with it. And that's what they do. They play with their power. And I saw it every day. And I was like, no, it's time for legislation for prosecutorial and judicial misconduct reform. Right. These people need to be held accountable. The same way you are prosecuting is the same way you need to be prosecuted for when you fall below and you violate your oath of office and you do harm to another human being, because see, they don't get in trouble for doing harm to human beings right now. No. They may get a bar complaint. They may, because even judges don't fail to report them, and that's their duty too. Like, once we start locking they trifling asses up, once they start feeling what individuals feel when they are innocent, but they are guilty because they prevented these individuals from being their innocence from actually being utilized for good.
Right. And also, I think I believe that they build these systems up to systemically do what they do, because this goes back to Judge Roach's father. His father wasn't shit. I don't know if you had the opportunity to look into Suzanne Wooten, but she sued his father. It was his father. It was the y'all governor now, Abbott. He was the attorney general then. They all got sued. But what ended up happening is they were smart enough to know, oh, she can't sue us because we were operating in the capacity of our jobs. You know, they use that bullshit excuse. But ultimately, she proved her point. She sued them, but they, you know, came back and was like, well, wait a minute, you can't sue us personally, because she was trying to sue them personally. And they came and was like, well, wait a minute, we were doing our jobs. But they did rule that they were doing their job some of the time, not all of the time, because they proved that those charges were false. This goes back to his father. So if his father was out here putting false charges on people, you know the son doing it too. Come on now.
Here's the thing. And oh my God. Because I can't wait until the day that I'm able to actually lay out the framework for individuals to seek the same justice against individuals who wear their badge, because there's a standard where you fall below, and you have to show that these individuals did not have the authority, they fell below that authority, and on top of that, they utilized their position against. But in college, with suing in their I wouldn't have sued them in their individual capacity, because they were not individuals. You would have to do that to individuals who did something after, accused you of something happened before they gained that ability to have authority. So it'll be like, let's say they brought a charge on her from 2011, but they didn't take office until 2015. So anything that they are bringing is before their time. So now they are creating a paper trail that is negligent, that now she could have went back to 2000. They were not even here. They were not here, Yana. I'm suing them in their professional and personal capacity, because you can do that. If it overlaps, you are able to sue in both capacities. And then you can let the court decide on which capacity that they're going to select, or the court will probably say, oh, you stuck. You stuck like motherfucking Chuck. Like, you did this. Right. You did this. So guess what? You put that rope around your neck. You hung yourself. Now we just got to figure out how much you hung yourself so that they can reap what you sold up on them.
Right.
So it's definitely it's a catch. It's definitely a catch. A lot of it. And I'm uploading some content.
Gotcha. Okay.
To go over some stuff.
But he also, one other thing that he had spoke about, I was like, oh, I like this attorney. He good. I said, I might have to reach out to him too. But you know how they kept saying, oh, well, it was provocation, because he said, if you do this, you better not do this, or I don't know what the exact words were, but he was like, that is not provocation. So I really hate that he went through this entire situation. He was also asked about the attorney. He said, now, do you feel like the attorney did it on purpose, or what do you think? He said, listen, I really can't say if he did it on purpose, but if you keep making the same mistake over and over again, it's kind of looking like you did that on purpose. So I don't think it's no mistake that the attorney was definitely working against him, because like that attorney said, one mistake, but he asked every single witness, was this self-defense? You can't ask them that. So you forgot that you couldn't. Come on now.
No, sitting there and listening to him ask about provocation with witnesses, I'm sitting there like, and they told us that we couldn't make no facial expressions. I'm like, oh, fuck that. This is not right. Like, because I know, but this is what separates prosecutors based on their race. Black people, we gonna operate from a place of fairness, because we know that if shit hits the fan, it's gonna fall on us. It's not gonna fall on them. And they could have done something and told us and directed us to do it.
That's true.
And they're gonna let us fall on the damn sword by ourselves. The way that these white prosecutors operate, they have no moral compass. That's why I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. Especially in this day and age, because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen when they've gotten in trouble and they hit a whoops, they don't go and correct that whoops. They don't care about correcting that whoops. So these prosecutors were and should not only be reprimanded, they should be disbarred. They should never be able to practice law again. They should be sued, and they should have criminal charges brought on them, because what I saw was criminal in their behavior, what they were doing. It was sick.
I agree. Definitely. It was definitely giving RICO. Definitely giving RICO. I think somebody put that in the chat.
Child, it's
activity.
I can't put into words how disgusting.
They done gave you a whole new name, Lawyer Bay.
That's what my platform used to be called.
Oh, really?
I changed it because I said, oh no, I need to change this, because I know that with this platform and with it growing, I wanted to make sure that it resonated to what the purpose was, and changing it for business purposes. Because listen, these people, like, once they get your name, baby, they ain't gonna turn you loose. They ain't turning you loose. So I'm glad that my people were able to migrate over from the Lawyer Bay to the public.
I didn't even notice it. I see it now. I didn't even see it. Look at me. I got glasses on and didn't even notice it. Okay, because I'm like, y'all gave her a name, Lord. Where are y'all getting that from? Okay. They're asking about Charleston White. I addressed Charleston White one time. I said, I don't have time to talk about ignorant people. Like, and I feel like when you had mentioned, the Anthony's basically feeling it from, both sides, he is an embarrassment. Like, that was this is the thing though. I talked to him like the day that he did it, because people were like, oh, Charleston White. So I'm like, well, let me reach out to him and see, and I noticed when I was talking to him, he would say some stuff that made me secondhand embarrassment. Because I'm like, well, wait, ain't
he was on your platform?
Huh? No, I called him, through Instagram. So I called him. Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm wrong. I sent him a message. I'm wrong. I sent him a message and he called me back. So he ended up calling, but he was saying some stuff and I ended up just holding the phone, because you know how people say stuff and you don't know how to respond, because I thought that he was helping them. He said he was, but then every, few sentences he would say something mean about them. And I was just like, this is weird. I'm like, this is weird. Like, I'm not understanding why is he saying these things that he would just throw out there. And then it was a little bit weird. And then I mentioned to him, I said, well, I was thinking maybe we can do t-shirts or something. And he was like, why we always got to do t-shirts? We don't need anything. I've raised $1 million for them. And I'm listening to him, but in my mind, some saying he lying. Like he's lying. So this is what I'm thinking. Then about 6 hours later, I see this fool on social media. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess he finally, said what he wanted to say, because even when I had talked to him, he was just saying little stuff about the family. And I was just like holding the phone because I'm like, he just said he raised $1 million from him. But then in the same breath, he says little stuff and saying like, I should just go join the, what is it? The Metcalfs. I'm gonna just go join the Metcalfs. And I was just like, I was so confused. Like, like what is really going on here? But yeah, it was a real weird conversation to say the least.
Girl, how you still got brain cells?
I just held the phone. Like at some point I just stopped talking because I'm just like, this guy is crazy. And then when he went off on that rant, I said, this is what he wanted to do the whole time, because you telling me, oh, and then I found out this. He tells me, oh, no, don't do t-shirts. They don't need nothing. They have everything. So this is why I started to think that this guy was playing games. When somebody is going through something as they're going through, when you say, oh, they don't need anything because they got it, I'm like, well, even if they had it, we can still do this. You know, he was like, oh, no, we're not doing that. Well, I found out he was already selling t-shirts. He tells me, oh, don't do t-shirts. He already selling them. I said, oh, okay.
Girl, well, let me bring up, let's see, am I able to?
You should. Are you going to try to share? You should be able to. Are you sharing something? I think you got some stuff. Is this yours? You got some here. Yeah, I think I see some stuff. Because I know I ain't put that in there.
Yeah, I put it in there.
Yeah, you should be able to. Did you need more slots? Because the stuff I got in here, I can actually take out.
I don't even see what was on your end.
Oh, you don't see it? Okay. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, so you should be able to share. You should be able to.
Oh, it's not. It's
not letting you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me see. Let's see here. Permission. Let me see. Because normally when I have people, they normally, let's see here.
Yeah. So I can't do it on my end.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to go back over a little nugget that a lot of people don't know about his lead counsel. His lead counsel, which is Russell Wilson, is a former Dallas County District Attorney prosecutor. He prosecuted, this was before I came to the DA's office. So when I interned with the DA's office in 2014, he was there. And unfortunately, it was on the tail end of their administration because they lost, Craig Watkins lost the election that year to Susan Hawk, who was a disaster. But during his tenure, Craig Watkins, when he first came into office, one of his initiatives was always to tackle wrongful convictions and take a second look at questionable cases. So they built and founded the Conviction Integrity Unit. That was in 2017. As soon as he hit the ground running with the initiative, it was Craig Watkins and Michael Ware, the white counsel on the team. He was a part of the founders of the Conviction Integrity Unit. And with that unit, what ended up happening is Dallas became the leading district attorney's office in the United States for overturning wrongful convictions and releasing wrongfully incarcerated innocent individuals with the Conviction Integrity Unit. And that's simply just like what the Innocence Project would do. They had it in the DA's office because they understood that at some point we got to combat what the hell is going on, and we got to start somewhere. We can't right every wrong, but we can damn sure try. Right. So 2007, from 2007 to 2011, Michael Ware was ahead of that division. 2011 until his term ended in 2014, Russell Wilson was the head of that division of conviction and the Conviction Integrity Unit. And of course, they continue to lead the nation in wrongful convictions and
exonerations nationally recognized. Then, you know, from the local politicians to the worldwide politicians. Like Dallas was known for their initiative on conviction integrity, exactly what it means. Right. So when Russell left office, he went into private practice that included appellate work. Where else would he lie if he knows exactly what has been going on in the system, and he can utilize his experience for the other side, the side that they have already been leaning on to protect the integrity of convictions? So hold on, it's saying it. Oh, what happened? It's letting me I'll do that in a second, but it's popped up and said that to stream to your audience. You know what? I just went in there and I saw a button. That's why I asked. I said, "What's that?" Before, when I did it, I think the people probably didn't have a StreamYard, but I just saw the button. It says allow your audience to stream, and I clicked it. So it works. Hey, it works. The blood still works. The blood still work. Okay. So with Russell, he went out and he continued the fight on the outside. And ultimately, that's where he has continued his practice on the side of criminal law in private practice. Michael Ware, pretty much the same journey. He just has a level of integrity about himself that has poured into the criminal, the private practice side of criminal. And he's continued the work on the Innocence Project side as well, with his experience and then being a founder of the Conviction Integrity Unit of Dallas County, which it says a lot about who he has on his legal team are individuals that have once been on that side, utilized their position for good, and they came out in order to continue those initiatives that we face every day with seeing wrongfully charged, wrongfully convicted individuals, which should give people confidence in knowing that he is in the right hands now, regardless of how it started. Because we can't think about how it started, how they got there. We have to think about how we can make sure that they no longer have to suffer as we continue the pursuit of Karmelo Anthony being freed. And I know a lot of individuals want to know about the appeal side. Like, what does that look like? What grounds do they have in order to proceed with a viable appeal? Because realistically, appeals are hard. They are hard because all the appeals court has is the record. So when we're talking about preserving the record, did he preserve the record? Did he make sure the record was protected? That's what we talk about. And that's what is going to be important. Gary Bledsoe, who is on he has the lead counsel, which is Russell. Michael is the second chair. No, Michael is the third chair, and Gary is the second chair. So these are his lead counsels. These are the main shebang. These are, if they have to go and argue, are the individuals that are going to be presenting the arguments. I know of Mr. Bledsoe because of his affiliation with, of course, the NAACP, and he was a dean at my law school, which is Thurgood Marshall School of Law. So he has had a heavy experience in this area of criminal defense, appeals, post-conviction, litigation. So when Lee Merritt put this team together,
not only did he put the team together, Mr. Anthony was able to interview them to make sure that they were the right fit for what his son needed. So it wasn't just these are going to be the individuals. No, he talked to these individuals. He asked the questions that needed to be asked in order for them to finalize the three main, and I believe it's 1, 2.
Did I hear you say Lee Merritt put this all together?
Yes. So Lee Merritt is the official advocate for the family. He made an announcement yesterday, as well as when these announcements came out, to let the world know, like, hey, ain't no nuck if you buck if you want to. You got to come. The fight starts here. We're going to handle this fight. We're going to pick up the heavy load for the family. Everything is taken care of.
Right. So, I'm glad that they're not out here, and I get it. You know, since the trial, they did say some stuff, but I'm so glad they're not out here like this lunatic man going from. I said, if he don't get off, I'm so sick of logging on to anything, seeing this toe up daddy with his story. I'm so sick of it. Like, when does this stop? So I'm so glad that they're not doing that. Not saying that they can't, but it's a certain look to that, and people are starting to see this man for who he really is.
Well, the Anthony family never wanted to take this to the public. They are individuals that they not on social media doing all that hunky dory shit. They actually had a real family. They had a real life. They was raising kids the right way, not raising kids from this standpoint of how with the chaos and the bullshit of the Metcalfs. Like, you can tell that these kids was raised by wolves.
Oh, absolutely.
If you get what I'm saying, they were not raised in a stable home. They were not raised by stable parents mentally, physically, emotionally, because if they would have been decent human beings.
Right.
No, they were domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
Domesticated. Let me say domesticated because it started in the home.
Right.
They went around terrorizing their schools. They terrorizing cheerleaders, terrorizing. Hell, the coaches didn't even like their ass.
Right. Yeah.
But you have Karmelo Anthony, who is a model student, a model kid.
Right.
Model kid. You know, just so respectful.
Right. You even hear him on the video. Yes, sir. On the, the video. Yeah. It's like, even in that situation, because a lot of times a person will be mild-mannered, but if you push them there, they not mild-mannered now because you done pissed them off. He was still, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is not a, he's not a bad, that is not a bad kid. He's not, I don't care what nobody say. He's not.
But that's another thing, like, you want to play this video of the piece of shit daddy, because that's what he is. The one that has we gonna see.
They're looking to monitor.
Tell me when you want me to start it.
Okay. So just to give y'all an overview of what this video is, The View talked about what happened, pretty much an overview, just a snippet of the injustice in this case. And Sunny Hostin was a former prosecutor. Mm-hmm. So who's better situated to talk about these things is someone that used to be a part of the system.
Right.
So she referenced, as a former prosecutor, she's like, we know what it is. And she hit it on the nail. She was like, there are two types of justice system. One for everybody else, and then one for African Americans.
Right.
It's not the same. Then she correlated Rick Child versus what happened to Karmelo.
Right.
He broke down the weight composition. she broke down the discrepancies in self-defense, and he wants to get mad. And he wants to try to say that Sonny ain't doing this for clickbait, baby. The bait ain't gotta be click when you already her.
Right.
So
yeah,
that's
what's her name? Because I wrote it down. What's this Megan Kelly? I'm about sick of her because she had some words for Sonny.
What did she say? Because you know she had words for me too.
So basically saying that Sonny should know better. She's an ex-prosecutor. Basically saying that Sonny is incompetent. I'm gonna do a bit.
You only competent because you sued to keep the white man from going between your legs.
Yeah,
and we all know how you white women get down. Y'all down for the bull. Y'all down for it until you don't get that promotion.
Right.
Period.
You want me to play it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and play it.
Why it won't let you do it?
Monetize the death of my son.
Wait a minute, I gotta start it from the beginning.
They're looking to monetize the death of my son.
An issue for such a long time in the judicial system where prosecutors use what are called, Batson challenges. And they
explain what that is.
It's a challenge that is used to.
Okay, you know what? I had to stop it. You know why? Because on YouTube, we can only play like
the audio.
Yeah, well, so you can actually play it, but if you let it play more than I think it's like 26 seconds, they'll copyright it because they allow you to give commentary, but you can't play it straight through because they're like, okay, well, that's not commentary. You literally just played the thing. I learned this, girl. I used to get all my videos taken down. Like, I can't do that either. But yeah, you can't. What you can do though, if you have it on your phone, you can play the audio, but for this one, they'll strike it.
Oh no, listen, they can go, they definitely know where to go and see it. But to just add, has it played the 26 seconds?
No. We can play it again. It's
the most important part that I wanted people to hear is the end where he talks about what she said and how convoluted his statements are, because it doesn't make sense. Like you can't say The View is clickbaiting, baby. They baited your ass and you clicked. So you mad because they're not taking your piss poor side. Like, sir, the law is the law, and that's the reason why they don't want black people on the jury, because we question everything.
Right.
And that's the gist of basically what happened with this commentary is they spoke on the legalities. They didn't speak on the emotions. They showed grace. Right. Because if it would have been me, I would have been in that ass. Right. I would have been like, no, you don't get to attack, and then when you lose the attack, to play victim.
Right. Let me find it. I'm going to find it on my phone. I did watch it, by the way. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I saw that piece. Let me bring it up because it's a good clip.
Oh, yeah.
Is that on your page?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go to your page. Girl, you be keeping up. I be really trying Instagram. I don't be having time, but you be keeping up. Okay, I think I have it right here. Yeah, that's the only thing. YouTube is a little different.
Girl, but they make you go through so much in order to talk about somebody's strikes. Like, when YouTube is different. YouTube is different.
Find it. Yeah, it is. Let me see if I can find it because I can't. Let me see, where is it? Because it was just recently, so I would think that it would be at the top. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I see it. All right. So I'm gonna go on your page and play it on my phone. I see it now. All right, y'all. I'm about to play it. Just turn it up.
Looking to monetize the death of my son.
An issue for such a long time in the judicial system where prosecutors use what are called, Batson challenges. And they
Explain what that is.
it's a challenge that is used to strike a juror, generally a juror of color, for a race-neutral reason.
Right.
Because you're supposed to have a jury of your peers, and you're not supposed to just strike someone because they're Black. And in this case, they gave the reasoning that their educators, and this happened, these were high school students, and this happened at a school track meet, so they couldn't be impartial because of that. I don't think that's an appropriate reason.
The best ones too.
Yeah, I don't think it's an appropriate reason to strike Black jurors, especially when it's a young Black teenager on trial, and especially when that particular area is made up of 10% of an African-American community. So I don't think he got a jury of his peers. So I think on appeal, there is a legitimate thing, a legitimate reason. I also think we have to look at self-defense here, because there seems to be two systems of justice at play in this country. And there have been for a very long time. I was part of the system, so I understand that, and I believe that to be true. In this case, this young man, you heard him say he put his hands on me, and I told him not to.
Sonny Hostin on The View saying, I don't understand how this couldn't possibly be self-defense. So what is your judgment of all these people in the media that have spoken on the case?
Else. So we can actually, it's the you part that we can't play. We can play that part. Let's go back here. Yeah, it took me a minute to learn all this stuff. YouTube has its own shit going on.
Than he is. He was the only Black kid under the tent, and the victim here had his twin brother with him, who was also a very large person. If you don't fear for your life, if you weigh 130 pounds, I weigh 130 pounds. Facing somebody that's 200 pounds, I would be terrified of that. So I don't understand why self-defense was rejected.
I like how she spoke up too. I love how she did it eloquently, and she said exactly what we was feeling.
By this jury. If you look at other cases, there was the other case where there was a young Black kid who was chased by Rick Chow, a store owner, accused of taking water bottles, which he didn't take, the 4 water bottles. He chased that young boy 130 yards, which is half of a football field, and shot him in the back.
And y'all know what the white tee said. Oh, he shouldn't have did it, or he shouldn't. Every time it happens to us, even if we are innocent, we shouldn't have been breathing, or we shouldn't have been alive, because they say that kid had this or whatever. I don't care about what he had. That boy left. He ran. He left. I mean, he ran. Come on now. If a person is running, why are you chasing them? I guess I don't understand.
Claiming self-defense, and you know where he is right now? He's at home with his family because he was found not guilty.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cases like that.
If that is self-defense, I don't understand why this is.
But when the system fails one time, I don't think we should then say, so then the system should fail.
But they're very similar self-defense.
I think another way too to get the videos not copyright is if you speed it up. But if you speed it up, you have to do it a different way. That is true. Somebody said, no, a lot of people do. Yeah, you do have to speed it up, because what you do is you trick the system because it's faster, so they don't recognize. So yeah, that is true. You can't speed it up, but I can't speed it up here with the way that it's up here now.
I had a question, because I was wondering why the self-defense claim didn't work. And I had read that it said you have to use the same amount of force that was brought against you. So if someone pushes you and you...
That's not true. That's not true.
Push them back. That's self-defense.
That's not the standard, because it's not only use, but attempted use.
Well, no, that's what I'm asking.
So if you felt your life was in danger, and you felt he was going to do more than just push you, and you weigh 130 pounds, and you're outweighed by 70 pounds, so you can't use.
I think we missed.
Yeah, I think is before they get, because I put it in
right here. I see it. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, let me get it too.
Not to.
Sonny Hostin on The View saying, I don't understand how this couldn't possibly be self-defense. So what is your judgment of all these people in the media that have spoken on the case?
They're just like anybody else. They don't know me. They don't know Hunter Austin. They're looking for their 15 minutes of fame, or their clickbait, or their clicks. They're looking to monetize the death of my son. I really wish they wouldn't speak about it at all. Because one, if that woman said that, she has no idea about the facts of the case, but she wants to spew her public opinion on a platform that reaches millions of people every day. Do I have that platform? No, but today I have a little platform to say what I like. She is completely wrong.
That kid was 200 pounds.
So let's talk about Jeff Despicable Metcalf, because this is why I say white people are fundamentally dumb, because you can't say a platform like The View is looking for their 15 minutes of fame. Well, shit, they've been running that damn 15 minutes of fame for damn near 3 decades.
Right.
So you are mad because you have one of the major platforms that is still on these red wing networks,
Right.
that are saying what needs to be said. Nothing she said was wrong. You didn't have to be in the courtroom. I was there. I know that case was full of y'all did not win that fair and square. Y'all had to plot, plan, scheme, destroy, take, all of that in order to put away an innocent young man. And I say innocent because when you come to attack and they have to use force in order to protect themselves, they are innocent. Y'all are the criminals. Y'all are the aggressors. Y'all the ones that initiated, and just so happened this individual was able to save their life, but you lost your life when you should have just minded your fucking business. That's why I said white people need to teach their kids how to mind their motherfucking business and keep their hands to their motherfucking self. Because when you do that, we mind our business. We don't give a fuck about what y'all over there doing.
Right.
Y'all could be over there about to tear y'all damn hairline out. We gonna mind our fucking business, because that ain't, our parents taught us that that's in our DNA.
Right.
So when I see a white man who has done nothing but go around and interview and create fame off of your son's death, and the fact that that was your favorite son that died, you didn't want that one. Hey, what if something would have happened to Hunter, would you have felt the same way? Would you? Because looking at how he responds, like him and his ex-wife, they use their platforms to go and attack people with an opinion. Right. They tell people to go attack people with an opinion. So I don't feel sorry for him. You don't deserve an apology because of the hell that you continue to rain down on his family. Talking about he wanted an apology. Fuck an apology. You do not deserve an apology, sir.
Right.
You started this by raising piece of shit children. If
And
you raise your children better, we would not be here. We would not have an innocent Black boy in prison because of your lack of parenting.
Right. And you don't get to ask for an apology after you have terrorized someone by having people come to their house that they got to move in excess of 8 times. You done got the father fired. Wait a minute. Nobody there. Yeah. Please go away.
Apology where? You better go get it back in your own blood, because you will never get an apology from over here. Can people sympathize? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, when you walk and you treat and you do the shit that they done this whole year, fuck you, fuck your feelings, fuck your emotions, fuck where you came from, fuck the sperm that decided to go and find that egg, because it could have done us all a favor and never procreated, because now we got to deal with y'all.
Right. And I'm over feeling sorry for white people. Okay. They don't feel sorry for us, and my day is still good. I'm so happy that Karmelo has this good legal team. I'm not shedding a tear for nobody that wouldn't spit on me if I was on fire. Okay. Every time a Black person get killed, they should have complied, or they shouldn't have did this. They keep saying that the kid was stealing water. That boy did not steal water. He literally showed them he didn't have anything. But even if he did steal water, so that's the justification for taking somebody's life because you think that they took water. Come on now.
And that's the reason why when I see people like Stephen A. Smith with his receding and missing hairline, and we know his hairline is doing the God's work to show that you ain't truthful, and a lie is loving to find your ass every chance it gets, because it's you gonna bite. I have seen this Negro defend a Ray Rice who was seen on video
putting hands on his fiance. Belt to motherfucking ass. Guilty as all get out. And you defended him. An abuser. But you go and you dehumanize a innocent black boy who was simply trying to protect himself. Make that shit make sense, Stephen. No hairline A Smith. Make that make sense, because ain't no fucking way that you are that dumb to where you can go and defend an abuser because he's an athlete, and then your ass got suspended for doing it. But you go and you utilize your platform to speak misstatements. You are not listening to the real facts that actually was presented. You don't care about the fucking truth so long as you can sell that piss poor ass platform that we don't even support and don't even find credible, because you have whitewashed your ass so much that we're trying to figure out if you real. We need your ancestry.com at this point, because we need to ship you off over to where you rightfully belong, and that is kissing the ass of the white people that fund your platforms. Sometimes it's okay to shut the fuck up, Stephen A. Sometimes we don't need to fucking hear from you. Sometimes your opinion, well, all the fucking times your opinion is not warranted when it's speaking on black people. You no longer have the ability to be impartial when it comes to your own skin color. And that says a lot about you.
I agree. I agree. You want me to bring this one? This is an image. Yeah, this is an image.
Yes. So or we can play the video.
Okay, you want to play the video first?
Okay, yeah.
Image.
So which one is it?
I can see it. It's gonna tell me what is the okay. I got it right here. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the video that I clipped it up so that y'all can see moments as the bullies are walking up to get under the tent, to where Karmelo is seen running out. Then you're gonna see some interesting character go to the trash can, and then you're gonna see this interesting character speed out the damn stadium. Like, what the fuck where you going? Why are you running? After the fact, after you did something in that trash can, went back over, then your ass flying out the damn stadium. So that's what I got my theory on who it is.
All right, let's get going.
So there's the little criminals walking into the tent. The little thugs, that's what we call them, the white thugs.
A show. Everybody saw that garbage can move, though.
We see Karmelo running for safety, and then you see the little thug running to the trash can. This is Karmelo on the track. Then you see the little thug running out the stadium. Where you going, little thug? Why you running? Because only thugs and criminals run.
Right.
In the manner it means that he did, since they want to associate running to guilt. That was definitely a guilty run.
Right. Yeah, they were putting up whatever. What I said is, whenever I see criminal activity, I'd be like, okay, if I did, what would I do? So I thought about it. I said, okay, one of them unalived this boy. That obviously wasn't the plan. So they only had a few moments to come up with how we gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they for one, they knew they needed to get rid of that weapon. Okay, we gonna get rid of this weapon. And they figured it out, because even when you listen to the 911 call, I know there's a few 911 calls, but this one in particular, a stranger was calling. And when she asked who, she was asking, what happened? He was like, it's a bunch of kids. He said, but they just ran off. So they make it seem like they stayed there with Austin. No, the hell they didn't. They left his ass there too.
No. And what we don't know, so let's talk about some of the evidence before we go to that next video, where it's someone that is basically letting us see some more shit that went down. What the police is supposed to do when they first get to the scene, they're supposed to assess it. they're supposed to take control of it. And now, once they take control of it and contain it, it's time to collect the motherfucking evidence. So let's talk about some of the motherfucking evidence that they play with, and it should have been excluded because you are not allowed to move evidence. They moved that goddamn knife from where they say Karmelo threw it. We don't have one picture of where that knife originated from.
Right.
Because it was a janky, shoddy fucking investigation. And on cross-examination, that defense team should have nailed that motherfucking detective to the cross. The easiest way for me to correlate it is Luigi's defense team nailed that damn prosecutors and that the fucking law enforcement to the motherfucking cross to where his evidence, the main ingredients to that goddamn case has been excluded. So when you have an officer, no one asks, oh my God, the fucking record. The fact that y'all didn't motherfucking ask this detective why he allowed for people to move the goddamn knife from where y'all collected it, and you put it back on the stand, you put it in that stadium to make it seem like to the jury that's where it was. That is textbook grounds for evidence being excluded. Because now you need to explain it. Once with that piece of evidence alone, I would have took their ass through there into the fact I would have called my own expert, whether they're a retired investigator, detective or not, and they would got on that stand and said this was improper. And if it was done on my watch, they would have been written up. That's how you combat tainted crime scenes. Because now, after you don't know where the fuck the knife originated from, because we don't got no pictures, that's a chain in custody that is a problem. Now we got this whole fucking trash can. You mean to tell me ain't none of y'all dumbass went around and looked in the goddamn trash can that was right in your motherfucking face? Hello? Nobody, even when you went and looked at the fucking video, you could see that somebody went to the goddamn trash and you still ain't go to the trash can. And then on top of that, you didn't think about going to find this person that went to the trash can. You didn't update your police record, their narrative to say that, oh, we seen somebody go to the trash can, because the detectives are supposed to review the video and they're supposed to narrate what they saw on the video. We ain't seen none of that, because if we would have, we would have saw a person running because they chased after him. It was they were chasing after him. We ain't see that. We ain't see the mention of the trash can. We ain't see the mention of the person going back to the trash can and collecting some from the trash can. Then we got Eddie Parra, who claimed to have did a video. We don't got his cell phone dump. Right. We don't got no subpoenas for the records of his cell phone. Now, granted, the defense could have done the same thing. They could have extended that investigation. They have the same subpoena power. We ain't got that. And it was videos on there. We don't got the social media records, because baby, I'm getting everybody records, because you think just because you can't text, I know you was on social media talking.
Right, but don't you think, like, because generally when a crime happens, the police is generally the people that gather the evidence. I feel like they were so concentrated on saying that Karmelo did this that they missed so many opportunities. The boy testified, oh, I wasn't filming, I was pretending. Who do you know? They film everything. I've never heard anybody say, oh, I got my phone is working, but I'm pretending. I believe that he did film it. I believe that he did film it.
Yeah, and guess what? You could have got it. It's there. It's forever in the... And if you can also see when they deleted it. Maybe that would have been a cross-examination out of this world. You would have walked out of there thinking that you was a reborn again saved believer. because I would have Christian you from your sins and your lies with your
Right.
truth.
And that kind of goes into some of the corruption, though, because at that point that the police was there, that was their opportunity. But what they did, I think they said something like, we looked at the phone, but here somebody done passed away. You were supposed to get them phones. What do you mean? You just they just looked over it. What does that even mean?
It don't mean nothing because we can't see it.
Right.
But it also adds to the like we have a someone coming in a chain of custody. The chain of custody is forever tainted. There's no way this case survives pretrial motions. There's no way this case survives a motion to dismiss, motion to suppress. I would, if I had this case as a prosecutor, they would have been mad at me because I would have said they privileged ass down and let them know under no fucking circumstances are we playing with somebody's life because law enforcement fucked up and because these little thugs did what they did. Y'all gonna have to find somebody else to play with because y'all not playing with my license, with their freedom, and with the God I serve. Now, I don't know who you serve because it sounds like you want me to do something that's very demonic. Sounds like you serving that man that's in hell. So you can go down there and you can tell him that it's not happening up here. And that's the lack of integrity that these white prosecutors possess. White prosecutors lead this country in wrongful convictions for a reason. For a reason.
Yeah, and what people don't understand is when you get charged with these crimes, if you don't have the money to fight with, guess what? You end up a Karmelo. But, people don't talk about you. We all talk. I believe for me, what drew me to the Karmelo situation was I could tell that was a good kid. And I was like, oh, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. I could tell that he was a good kid.
Karmelo had more character and more integrity than everybody attached to this case. He had more care and understanding than everybody in this case. He showed more grace to everybody that was in this case. Let's play the other video.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to it that they're narrating.
Oh, I see it right here. Or is this the same one? Wait, not that one.
Oh, somebody, hold on.
So, okay, the other ones are images. The image, wait, maybe it's this one. It must be this one. Okay, I see it right here.
This guy here, he's picking up the garbage can. You see him? Now he's gonna scoot it down a bit, dig in it, get whatever out. And that's that. He's walking off. Now let's watch that one more time. Let's watch that one more time.
You know what? I promise every time I watch this, I get a different understanding. I get it now. He put the weapon away so that it could be out of his hand. Then when he got time or when it was a better opportunity, now he took it to take it somewhere else. Because I was trying to figure out, didn't he put it there and then go back there? So now that I'm thinking after it happened, you got a weapon in your hand. Oh, shoot, I got to get this weapon out of my hand. So you put it there, but then when you had the other opportunity, now, oh, these are some straight up criminals. These are some straight up criminals. I was trying to figure out, okay, I know you put the weapon in the garbage, but then I'm like, well, what? Okay, you put it in there. Okay, now I got to get it out the garbage. I don't want to put the weapon there because they may dig in the garbage and get it. So now I put it there because I don't want it to be in my hand. If somebody come up, I got the weapon, right? So let me put it here. And then you go back and get it. He got it out of there and ran wherever he ran, and that wherever he ran was to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Somebody just got stabbed in the throat or whatever, and they playing in garbage cans. Come on now.
And you gotta be so bad as a detective to overlook that.
Right.
Ray Charles saw that shit. Ray Charles called on the main line and said, "Hey, I'm phoning in from heaven. I know y'all seen it if I seen it."
Yeah, but as a detective, though, somebody that's skilled, you know, a regular person would watch it over and over, but not a detective. A detective will watch this the first time and know what's happening because they're used to watching stuff like this or seeing stuff. But me, I had to watch it a few times before I was like, wait a minute, what was that? But not a detective. So it's, you know, if we see this, they saw this shit. Like, come on now. They saw this.
But here's the thing though, like I am deeply disturbed by the level that they went to cover up something that was so obvious.
Right.
Now it calls into question what criminal charges need to be brought against these individuals once this case is overturned. And I'm talking about these teenagers because they committed perjury. And in order for that to be considered, this DA had to be recused, and it would have to go through a different county.
Right.
Let's say the Texas Rangers will have to investigate. And I'm gonna tell like that they lazy as fuck too. When you are going after the district attorney, the Texas Rangers are not going to do a thing.
Really?
I know from personal experience because clear on his face with my situation, it shows that they lied under oath to federal investigators and under federal grand jury proceedings. It's clear as day on his face. Oh, it's a conflict of interest.
You know what they're saying in the chat? I think I've seen it a few times. Somebody said, and I missed this one. They said, watch the guy on the field in front of the can, either gray pant or black hoodie. He leaned when the guy got something out of the can. So they're saying somebody on the field could have been.
Let's rewind it. Oh, he's talking about this guy.
Ooh. This guy here, he's picking up the garbage can. Ooh. You see him? Now he's gonna scoot it down a bit, dig in it, get whatever out. Ooh. And that's that. He's walking off. Now let's watch that one more time. Let's watch that one more time.
Yeah, I don't see the part that you guys are talking about. Maybe talking about another video. I didn't see it on here though.
Roll it back. It is like literally clear as day. Roll it back. So right there is the guy right there.
Oh, okay, right there. Okay, see, I was okay. I see now. I'm looking. Okay, now I see what you. Okay, it's right at the beginning. Yeah, right there. Okay, I see what you. So I'm like, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't know. Do you kind of think that? Because I really feel like Karmelo's. listen, I'm not a lawyer, but I really feel like, do you really think that somebody is going to be charged with this particular case? Because I feel like they did a poor job collecting the evidence, for one. I mean, and I doubt somebody's going to come out and say, you know, that he did it or she. I doubt that that's going to happen. These are the same people that lied on the stand. So I doubt that that's going to happen.
And here's the way it's going to happen, because a lot of people don't know. Of course, I only know it's because I'm in the thick of it. And I'm glad that I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing, because it affords me the ability to be, what I want to say, be an asset to individuals that come into contact with these roadblocks. They are not going to. The one thing that I've learned about when you have someone that is in office or in the administration of a district attorney's office, they are, if they like you, they're going to protect you.
Yeah.
They're going to do everything in their power to keep it from coming to fruition.
Right.
So the first thing that they're going to have to do, they're going to have to follow these exact steps, because you want to get denied at each level. The first step is that they're going to have to go through the Texas Rangers. They're going to have to file a complaint with the Texas Rangers outlining each and every infraction. And it's going to have to show evidence. It's going to have to show the law. And it's going to have to be purported to enough probable cause to issue an arrest warrant. So once the Texas Rangers, if they deny, then you go to the actual district attorney's office. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want that. No, I'm telling you, this is the steps that you're going to have to take. I know, because I'm in the middle of it, and it's definitely what you're going to have to do to preserve your interest. So, and it's going to also elevate the corruption side of things. So they're going to have to take it to the district attorney's office, and the district attorney's office is going to deny it, because they're going to say it's a conflict of interest. And although it's a conflict of interest, they can then bring in a special prosecutor. And a special prosecutor, they can bring in from a different county to handle the case, or they can transfer it to a different county. That's what the law states, but they're not going to do that, even though they're required to by law. So you want them to deny you on that level as well. Once they do that, then you're going to take what they said, what they denied, and there's going to be an additional way that you can do it. I can't say it just yet, because I haven't utilized it, but I know that the final step that they don't think the average person knows, but I know, because of a position that I held for 2 years after that, affords you that ability too. So that's what they're going to have to do, because you want them to deny you, because it's going to elevate the corruption, it's going to elevate the malfeasance, it's going to elevate the fact that they did not do their ethical obligation, and they didn't follow their oath of office. Because after they deny it, what you're going to want to do is do a public information request. And then you're going to want to ask for everybody that touched that review of your complaint, because now they become a part of evidence. It becomes a part of discovery. And if any one of them had any involvement, even after in your complaint that you told them that you did not want any of them touching it, that is going to add an additional layer. Because why are you letting the accused review the complaint? So they definitely have more than enough, more options. But I hope in this process of the appeal that they also have a team that is setting up for a case against these individuals in the end. And another thing that y'all don't know that y'all can do, because the legal community likes to, be low key and think that nobody, nobody is talking about them. Anybody from the public that has concerns about what the prosecutor or the judge did in this case, they can file a complaint with the bar. So if you have an issue with how they handle Batson, the jury selection, you can file a complaint with the bar. If you have a complaint about any aspects of the trial, them two, the DA and the first assistant, the one that tried the case, that sexual assault lawsuit, y'all can file a complaint. Y'all can file a complaint and say, I'm concerned. Because how y'all still letting these people practice when they have settled a $1.75 million lawsuit? Yes, a public concern for anything that lawyers have done that they fall below the standard. Anybody from the general public can report. Just throw that out there. And I do plan on doing a step-by-step guide on how y'all can file a complaint in a language that y'all need to be very conscious of. Yeah. Since they want to play with people's freedom, let's let the bar know what they really been doing. Yeah. See how much time they got on their hands then.
I didn't even realize I was muted. So I get what you're saying in terms of the different complaints, but I feel like I don't think nobody else is going to be charged. I just don't. I don't feel like nobody else is going to be charged.
Hey, we never know, because it definitely falls in the lines of a federal civil rights case. So it definitely it has meat. It has meat. But let's say for instance, Karmelo case gets overturned. There was evidence put on that Karmelo was assaulted.
Right.
By who, we still don't know, because it was more than one person that put their hands on Karmelo. So guess what Karmelo gets to do? I want to pursue charges.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I want to pursue charges. They put their hands on me. I was assaulted. I was just exonerated. It's a 5-year statute of limitation and a 7-year for a felony. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Whew. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You have on here, wait a minute. I see on here you have that is this person putting.
Yeah, that's the still shot. That's the still shot of the person initially putting whatever they put into that trash can, which is not hard to find. It's not hard to find. It's right there. We all seen it, So that whoever that person is, that should have been a part of evidence. They should have been a witness.
Right.
The detectives, who I believe, based off of this person had a backpack on.
Yeah.
When Buddy walked in, with, hold on, let me see if I got the picture. When Buddy walked in with one of the Hunter twins, let's see if it's in here. Hold on. Let me go
Is
to
it one that you already shared?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Somebody put in the chat. This is what somebody put in the chat. They are angry because I think Hunter has already confessed. I think they know too. I think that the parents and everybody know. I think this is more so putting him in jail, prison, because think about it. Y'all think about this. The boy died. So if they can't pin it on somebody, who did it?
They know. They know.
Yeah.
And they thought by putting that gag order, we weren't gonna come back and ungag their ass. Now we gagging y'all motherfucking ass with the truth.
Right.
That's why I tell people, listen, if you want to fool somebody, play with white people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with black people, because you can't fool us. April Fools did not originate with us. No, April Fools originated with them fools for a reason. We don't play the fool game. We play now. We can play fools with you, but we don't play the fool game. So one of the pictures I just put in, it shows Buddy walking in with Hunter.
Right.
So that's the one that would show the backpack.
This one?
It's the second one at the bottom on the second row. It's
I think
next
it's
to the
Guy here.
Oh no, not that one. Okay, it's a photo. Wait, I think it's this one.
So you see, that's a backpack.
Right.
The person who was throwing something in that trash can had a backpack on.
Yep.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so I be on Instagram and I just be looking at stuff. A lot of times I will recognize your stuff right away to know that I'm seeing your stuff because of the colors, but that was yours. Now I'm remembering that was because this was the exact thing that I saw. I was like, what's this? Okay. Yes. I get it now.
And Carson has turned his comments off.
Oh, really?
Carson is also getting ready to go to Kansas State University.
I was telling my audience because I have experience. Wait, I have experience going to school with these suburban acting kids. They commit crimes. They do all kinds of stuff. And these folks will go off to school and unalive somebody and you'll never know about it. They do all kinds of stuff. So this is not, well, I don't personally know anybody, but I'm just saying from little things that I hear. And a lot of times too, what people don't understand, a lot of times the police that be in that immediate area, or maybe, sometimes kids live right by the school or the parents may have a good relationship. Sometimes the police don't do anything either. So this is common. I mean, this is not very far-fetched for me when I really start thinking and be like, oh, okay. This is what they do. I'm not surprised. But this should be to us all. Don't send your kids to a school where I get you want your kids to have diversity. Don't send your kids to no school where it's a handful of Black folks. Don't do that. Don't do it.
Listen, somebody asked me when we were out there after everything came down, what ways can we do, or what ways can we protect ourselves? I said, you're not going to get the same protection in a county that doesn't care about you. I said, you're going to have to move. I don't know. It ain't ideal, but if you want to be seen and not be seen to be prosecuted.
Right.
You gotta move in the counties that you're in.
Right. Right. So what we got some more
my DMs. Official drop. Send it to my DMs.
Okay. I saw this one and I think I saw that one before. Is this? Oh, this is the boy, Carson Young, hanging out with the aggressive Metcalf. You know what?
That's what I put. I put the truth.
All the Metcalf boys in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm getting how they look mixed up. Somebody sent me a video of them, and I was like, "That's not them." I gotta go back and look at that video. I mean, that's them. Is that them in the blue shirt and the cream shirt? Is that? They have my back, and I always have theirs. Couldn't ask for better people in my life. Carson Young hanging out with the aggressive Metcalf twins.
Baby, we call it like it is. When none's listen. Them kids were terrorists. They were terrorizing the schools.
Somebody said I tried to go to Austin Page and it was so bare. Where did that go? I thought I saw that comment. What happened to it? Somebody said Collin County. Yeah, 10%. I would never live there. Yeah, I don't listen, I don't even ride through places like that. I was telling them one time, this was I was out north. So in Georgia, the farther you go out north, well, in Georgia, it's Black people everywhere. I mean, you can literally go out to a farm and it be Black people, but the farther north you go out, but you got to go real far out north, it does get to be a little weird. And I remember being super out north. And I remember the police start following me, not following me to pull me over, ask me a question. So now I'm like, this is weird because are you going to pull me over? You just going to follow me? So I got on the thing and called the police on the police because I'm like, and then finally I pulled over, right? He's still following me. And I said, are you following me? And he says, yeah, you look suspicious. I said, I look suspicious. I said, well, why do I look suspicious? You know what this man said? Because your license plate is from that county, but you're in this county. I said, you can go wherever you want. He says, well, normally, listen to this. When people come to other counties, they're committing crimes. This is what this man said to me.
You committing the biggest crime of racial profiling. So get the fuck out of my face, sir. If you don't listen, if you can't quote the law, then don't come over here with your false reasonable suspicion, baby. Because let me tell you something. Once people educate themselves on what reasonable suspicion is, and you quote that shit to them verbatim, they gonna either bag down or they gonna put your ass in jail. But at the end of the day, you know what the hell you talking about. Like, no, that's not reasonable suspicion. We just saw a 16-year-old boy get racially profiled for walking down the street and grabbing his pants, and the officer said, oh, it looks suspicious. I thought he had a gun. That ain't, and thankfully it was a Black couple that was right in his vicinity and stood on business behind him, because that was not reasonable suspicion. You reasonably fucking lied.
Right.
And you got caught because these bystanders who are Black saw you profiling a Black boy. And he was like, call my mama, call my mama. You know, one thing about a Black boy, they're going to say, call my mama. If they don't know, they don't know how to do anything else. A Black boy is going to know, call my mama. I don't care where they are in life. And that boy was like, he gave them that number. He was like, call my mama. Here's the number. I was like, you know what? Shout out to his mama.
I'm guilty of seeing them stop people, and I would just stop and lie. I'd be like, you don't remember me? Hey, I can't remember your name, because I'm really being nosy. So you know what I mean? But the way that I get, I'll always be like, they be like, you know him? Yeah, I know him. I met his mother before. I'm lying because I'm really being nosy. And the kids be like, yeah, they pick up on what I'm doing. They be like,
they're like, at first they be like, I should know my mama. But then they like, she not my mama. She not my mama. But she said, yeah, can you call my mama? Yeah, baby. What she got? What's the number? Because I ain't got it memorized. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. I sure have. So what's your closing thoughts? I mean, like I said, I was excited to know, Karmelo got this team, and now I'm just feeling more excited as the day go on because I just hear people saying so many good things about this team. And then knowing now that Lee Merritt put it together, which he been there the whole time, right?
with the help of being blocked by the Alexander. But here's the thing. And when I talked to Mr. Anthony about this, we both understood that the temporary pain is for a bigger purpose and a bigger calling. And yes, we can say what didn't happen, or we can focus on what needs to happen now.
Right. Yeah.
And what needs to happen is, one, we need to vote. Voting is our power.
Right.
And if we don't do anything else,
yeah,
we need to vote. And voting in this upcoming election, especially pertaining to these local elections, I don't give a damn what a fucking 𝐿'Rico is doing when he out here allowing people to continue to dehumanize a Black woman who basically ain't got shit to do with you going out and putting yourself in position to win the Black vote. It's the local elections. It's the district attorney's offices. It's the judges. It's the 3 seats that are up on the Court of Appeals that is going to hear Karmelo Anthony's appeal. And you have 3 qualified Black Democrats. Not 3 qualified Black Democrats. It's 3 qualified Democratic candidates for these seats that are open on the Court of Appeals, where we can go from being a minority, which is a 7-6, even though it's 1, they have 1 above us, to being the majority. So when we're talking about advocacy, we got to advocate when we vote, because that's how we change things. And think about the bigger picture. Once we change things there and we start to look at how can we legislate and make sure our representatives are legislating for a change in the court system. Because the only way we do that is implementing laws, implementing statutes that take away qualified immunity for prosecutors and judges. That way that they know that the power that you hold is the power that can get your ass locked up, since you want to play with people's lives and freedom. And you over there, you ain't even get paid enough for you to even play with anybody's life. So clearly you don't take your job serious, you don't take your license serious, and you damn sure don't take your oath serious. So you are an unserious motherfucker that needs to go. So we need to unserious your ass up out of here. And sometimes that means you need to go to jail too. And let's see how you like those apples. Because I can tell you, as a former judge that worked at the magistrate on the magistrate level in the fucking jail, you don't want to be in the jail with all the crazy people that's wiping shit on the walls and pissing everywhere because they're not medicated. But we'll put you in there since you want to play with people's lives.
Right. And think it's a damn joke. Like that's
a game. You think it's a game. So that voting is the major focus of what we need to be paying attention to. Also, jury selection. Stop trying to get out of jury selection. Stop letting them strike you off of jury selection. Stop saying that you can't sit in judgment of another person. You sit and judge people every fucking day.
Right.
You can't sit and judge and make sure these people are doing the right thing on these cases. That's a damn catch-22. Also, stop telling them that you can't sit and you can't consider the full range of punishment. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because you ain't gotta, that doesn't state when they ask you this is an automatic strike. Right. You can't consider the full range of punishment. That doesn't mean that's ultimately going to be the punishment that it comes out to be. Can you consider the full range if the state has provided and proven beyond a reasonable doubt? That's what it means. Stop saying no, because you can. You can. Cause guess what? The white people say they can't get their ass back there and they fucking lynch our ass. Y'all tired of them lynching us, right?
Each and every time. Each and every time. But let it be a white and black. Whatever the white did to the black, it's not guilty. They don't give a damn.
So those are some of the takeaways. Continue to push the stories of us when things like this happen, because we got to amplify our voices higher than ever. I'm thankful that the voice of Karmelo has been amplified. We have so many other voices that also needs to be amplified, and we can do that as a unit instead of separate. You know, I just hope that moving forward, because some more shit gonna come out, y'all. Some more shit gonna come out. It then ain't over. When white people fuck up, they don't know how to fuck up in peace. They fuck out loud. And that's what we're seeing. And we thank them for being dumb. You know, we thank them for their dumbity, their dumbicity, their caucasity. We thank them. Because like I told them, and they get mad if they want to, white people are fundamentally dumb. We see it on the tape. That dumb shit.
We see it right now. Why are we here? What are we looking at right now? Like, why?
So
when they said, I heard they said Karmelo wants to be an attorney. I think, especially after this, he's gonna be an amazing ass attorney.
A hell of an attorney, hellified attorney. And that's what I told his dad. I said, while he's in there, because he finished his first year of college last year. I mean, this year, yeah, he finished his first year, full year before this happened, and he wants to be an attorney. I said, while he's in there, tell him, utilize. He's going to be able to continue, you know, with education and things of that nature.
Right. Yeah.
But everything that your attorney is doing, dive into it, learn it, soak it.
Right.
Unfortunately, you have time because you're in there, but you're going to come out even better, even stronger, even wiser, because I've seen it. I've seen individuals turn their lemons to lemonade. And he going to have a lemonade stand that will never be depleted. So that's what I would leave y'all with until next time, because we know some more shit going to pop off.
Right. Lawyer Bay, girl, because that's what it says now. You Lawyer Bay. I was wondering why. I was like, Lawyer Bay, what they talking about?
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you for coming.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, bye. All right, guys, let's quickly read these super chats. Possibly someone else poked. What is it? AM since he's a bully. Oh, Austin Metcalf. I mean, when you keep playing with that tape, I don't know. I don't think Karmelo did it. $50 that it comes out that you said, okay, this is a bet. Okay. $50 that it comes out that Eddie, the actual unaliver, they said he was closest to Austin, as well as them colliding at some point during the altercation, which explains why he lied as if he didn't know Melo. You know, this is getting creepier and creepier. So Hunter sat up there and know who unalived his brother, and he gonna blame it on somebody else. So it even makes it more creepier. So Eddie was running his ass around there pretending like he was Karmelo's friend and showed up with a poker. Yeah, you can't trust these folks. You right. Thank you for the $2. And who is this? Oh, we got another one from Pooter Ass to Work. Pooter Ass to Work. Where did you get that name from? Y'all be coming up with these names. I think one of those little boys is the kid of somebody higher up, and that's why this case is so manipulated. Favors for favors. Well, I've also heard that Austin Metcalf may have information. I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I have no idea why this case is going like this, because we clearly see that Karmelo didn't do it. Like, he didn't do that. Nikki Too Gorgeous. We need to hear the video where Hunter was yelling out loud cries after the stabbing. It may reveal a lot. I have been trying to find that video. If y'all can find it, please let me know. You know what? Let me go to TikTok. TikTok be having everything. I'm also trying to find, they say it's an interview where the dad is pretty much acting as if he is disgusted with Hunter. So I got to find that one too. But y'all about to get up out of here. We've been on here for 3 hours and I'm tired, okay? So I see y'all tomorrow. I got an interview tomorrow with another lady that saw the video, okay? We ain't stopping, okay? We know Karmelo got his dream team, but we still ain't stopping because these mugs is dirty and they low down as hell. But before we get up out of here, make sure you guys like the video. Y'all, some of y'all didn't even like the video. Can y'all like the video? Just like the video. It's free. Like the video. Also, when we leave, if you guys can, I know once the video ends, you guys can actually hype up the stream. Yeah, if you can do that, because the more you do that, that gets the video out to a larger audience. So I'm about to get up out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like I said, we have an interview with another lady that saw the video at Frisco ISD. And I will catch y'all in the next video. And if you guys are not following me over there on TikTok, go ahead. I do a little story time, still talking about the Karmelo Anthony case. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah. Okay, I'm listening. Go on. Yes, I'm typing it all down. Clear, spilling tea, no fear, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. I don't, lives right here. Spilling tea, no fear. I'm still here. Da 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 da. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. They talk loud, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk, lives right here. Yeah. Spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. But I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk, lives right here. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to Lakeysha Keysha, my dear. Hey. I'm still here, no fear, but I'm still here. Lakeysha Keysha, say it clear. Real talk, lives right here. Stretch words like spilling tea, no sugar, no fear. Make sure you